Hold on. Let me see. Let me see something. Hold on. I think I can do the chant over here. And they still not letting me. They still not letting me whoop the wood with the screen. Let me see if I could. No, they still not letting me do it. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Y'all know I'm all for the community. I'm all for coming together. But it's gonna be like Jeff Fort said. Ain't gonna be no unaliving until there's gonna be some unaliving. We gonna have to clash, man. We don't have no choice. We is not sitting in a room with some of these dudes. It ain't no homeboy friendship, as we can see in Chicago how we rock. Even in Cali, in the South, we don't. It ain't meant for certain dudes to link up, is what I'm saying. It ain't gonna always be peaches and cream and peace, y'all. It's gonna always be some clashing and disagreeing. That's just what it is, because we all ain't the same. We fell for that we all the same back to Africa stuff before. We not the same as them folks. We ain't the same. So you got to understand, even in America, we ain't the same, bro. I'm from Chicago and the whole country copying my culture. Majority of people in New York around this country want to be from Chicago. They want to be drill rappers. Y'all are copying my culture, but telling me I'm not from here that's asinine. That is ridiculous, bro. Y'all are literally copying us and then telling us we ain't from here. That's what y'all are doing, bro. We is from Chicago, bro. Like I said, bro, like, hold on. Yeah, this the right channel. Like I say, we from Chi-Town, bro, and I'm not letting up, bro, until these dudes is gone, bro. This is a whole movement in the country. Yeah, who telling me these pretendian dudes? Let me show you their face if I got them. Let me see if I got their faces. Like, I don't know what the hell going on. It's like some Freemason nonsense to me, bro. Like, I'm gonna be a bucko with you, bro. Let me see if I got their pictures still. Yeah, I still got it. Go back to the original. Hold on, what's going on, bro? Check this out. Let me see. Bam. These dudes right here, bro. Now, I know y'all don't want to go against y'all grain. Y'all don't want to go against y'all master teachers, because these y'all TikTok teachers. These not our teachers, bro. You feel what I'm saying? These not my teachers. This is who up here talking about we ain't from here. If you a Lord or a Mo, if you solid, if you MC, you ain't from America, bro. This is what they teaching. They trying to say we from Europe and Africa, bro, and y'all know we certified from the hood, bro. Like, we not finna play with these dudes. We supposed to be coming together to get our land back, and we got some marks like this. Yeah, Earth speaks all these goofies. This dude is mixed with a white mama. This dude is sus. He an ex-smoker and he a drunk, bro. He an online drunk right here. This dude an ex-smoker, fake rapper. This dude a little bitty sus dude. And this dude got a white mama up here trying to tell somebody where they from. No, they not. They're not saying we indigenous to America. They're saying Indians is indigenous to America. And Indian is not a nationality rectified. They're saying the Indians built everything. They're just making up fake history, bro. They're saying Chicago people is not from America, bro. I know what I'm saying. I'm not making up stuff, bro. They saying you from America and your Indian homies. They're saying we're not, though. Anybody that claims Chicago culture is not from here. That's exactly what they put now. Because when you say a stone, a black stone, or a more not from America, that's what you're saying. Yes, I know Chicago people are Americans. I'm finna show you. I know we from America. I'm finna show you, and y'all gonna have to get them offline. Y'all gonna have to get these dudes offline, bruh. Let me show you. Chicago Expo. So this is the Chicago Exposition. This the Chicago Exposition. This the Chicago Exposition. This is where I grew up. A glimpse of Turkey from the World Expo. You see, Turkey got the same stuff Egypt got. Cairo. You know what I'm saying? We got the Cairo Street. We got Turkey. We got the same buildings they got in the Oriental. I'm from the Chicago area, but we came up from Mississippi in the 50s. Yeah, we Mississippians, but Baba, what I'm saying is a lot of that history is fake. Like how they tell you John Baptiste du Sable discovered Chicago. All that's fake history, bro. We been in Chicago, bro. Ancient. They trying to tell y'all we came up. No, we been coming up there. It's fake history. Salute the Mo Sebi, man. What up, bro? I swear for God I was finna call you tomorrow, bro. I ain't heard from you in a minute, bro. What's going on, man?
What's going on, folks, man? Shout out to PNF, man. I got a lot to say, man, but we listening, man. We definitely listening, man. I lost my TikTok, man. I don't know why they ain't trying to get my stuff, man. But shout out to PNF, man, the whole channel, Lord and Crickets.
Yeah, salute, bro. But yeah, man, I've been going live, man. They had suspended my channel, man, and I've just been trying to catch up with the content and stuff, man. And yeah, I'm finna be traveling and shit. So I'm just trying to do as many videos as I can and make the connection. So let me address Baba Ayeye Oma Aye. He says sorry to bust y'all bubble, but none of us are Americans. And he got a Nigerian flag, bro. This is what we dealing with. Oh no, that's somebody else. I don't know if that's the same account, but you can't be saying us, Baba. That's the problem, especially with y'all people from over there. You keep saying us, we ain't got nothing to do with y'all, and y'all don't want to accept it that we're not related to y'all like that. Y'all are really so comfortable in America where y'all have gotten to the point where y'all can tell us who we are. Now, I don't know if you a real one of them La Freaks. I don't know if you just got that name as a troll, Baba. Oh, you're an African American. I don't know what that is. That's not a nationality. I'm trying to see if you're really from over there. You got the Nigerian flag, Baba. You have a Nigerian flag, so I don't know if you're really from there. But you don't say us. You don't know nothing about me. Like for instance, I know for a fact I got we have Asian, we have Latino, we have Central American in my family. You see what I'm saying, Baba? What make you think I'm not gonna claim my people from Latin America and Asia because of you? I know for a fact I got Asia family and Latin American family, and you telling me I'm not from America. African American is not no ethnicity. Come on, bro. Like somebody just made up African American 30 years ago. That's not an ethnicity, bro. Let us see your face. You talking about me? You can see my face all day. That's what you want to see my face for. Let me see your face. On my damn face. Yeah, I'll go right here. Look on my face right there. Now what? You know what I'm saying? I might have some more pics. Let me see. I might have some better looking pics. One right here. It's a good little pic. Yeah, I know I'm not black. Like, why would I be black? He said, "Oh yeah, you not black. Of course I'm not black. What are y'all? Why are y'all on my channel? Like you're an African. You're not from here. You're a color. Like I'm an American, bro. Like what makes you think I'm black, Rectify? Why are you even here? Like y'all people are black Africans over here harassing and trolling people, bro. Like we're telling y'all we're not black. We're not African. I feel you. You joking, but I'm dead ass serious because like we're not blacks, we're not colors, we are who we are, and we got these people telling us we ain't from here. Like y'all got to understand how serious that is, bro. Like this our land, our country we built, and we got so many people trolling on the net telling us we ain't from here. He said I'm a confused interracial. I'm an interracial. Like you a cold African. Like, but what? Like these folks are gone, bro. If I'm so interracial, why you saying us then? Like if I'm so interracial, you see what I'm saying? He keeps saying us and our. Oh no, that's rectify. See, people like Baba, don't block him, but people like that is the problem. They are black supremacists. Damn, I gotta start this video over. I'm finna start over. I'll be right back. Hold on, before I get up out of there, who is this? Oh, I gotta start this video over. What you talking about, sir? What you talking about? Hey, Cracker, what's up, man? Goofy. Yeah, I'm finna start this video over.
For
Yeah, look
sure.
at FBB, nice girl. I am TikTok. They got 100 problems over there. Now you see a light brown, reddish brown brother like me. They talking about I'm not a black, I'm mixed. Like this is what we have to deal with, y'all. This is what we got to deal with, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like they don't make no sense. These
Crazy
dudes
is
troll us every
I,
day, telling us
I've
we
never seen how much it's like what I've noticed, brother, is everybody's literally copying you. I haven't seen so many, and remember when I started watching you, and this goes for everybody pre-recorded or here right now, I haven't seen so many people who come on online and take their nation and say, "Oh, these are old world buildings," and give no homage toward the Americans. And how do I notice this? Because most of the content that's being generated in the 50 states, you now, PNF, have encouraged people to go outside and look at these buildings. I kind of see like, your information is so powerful. I've been noticing that it's starting to get to not only people from different countries, but also your own homeland brothers, man. Like some of our brothers that, like, because I remember one time I told you, my grandmother said we was Indians, but you're regulatory and very compliant. But you had a dude on here that said, "Oh, your bird is from England, but you've been repping birds that come from out here." You said the birds that are buried in Africa are primarily from America. So I don't know why a lot of these people are getting on you. You have Africa. In Africa, you have a lot of pharaohs that are buried with American birds, and
right,
there's nothing buried with other things from other countries in America ever. So, the largest turtle was found in North America. It was found in North and South America. The largest turtle in the world was
right.
found on this side, and it's like this side over here. I'm not going to say any side is more special than the other, but we have to understand that we are very special people. We can't be acting like, because I think what the problem is a lot of people want to be a part of the bloodline and the buildings and the knowledge, and they can't. And it's not our fault because we're born. We're born and we have the blood. It's no one it's no one's fault. But I just think I'm about to get off, but I'm gonna stay on. But I just kind of feel like a lot of people wish they were born American. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying? It's just that's my little 2 cents, man.
yeah, I agree with you. It's like they all was on the bandwagon to mock us and crack jokes and call us ex-slaves and stuff. But now they see the ball is on our court, and we come from something greater than that. And this is why we put out so much good, entertainment and energy and information, because it's a bloodline thing. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all folks want to be y'all want to be us. Y'all want to ridicule us at first, but now y'all see where we're headed with this information. But anyway, bro, like I can go all up and down this information and prove to y'all folks who really built this stuff. Like what I'm saying, they're spamming the net trying to say it's some Indian stuff and some Tartarian, bro. So I'm finna play this video and let y'all
Hey,
hear it for
one more thing. One
yourself.
more thing. The Indians were in the exposition.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. See, I'm trying to line it up where we can debate these dudes. The Indians, they was in some teepees. I'm finna show y'all. Watch this. Like, bro, they have nowhere to run. That's why they've been attacking my channel. Indians at the World Fair. Watch this. They wasn't even there, bro. They was in the bushes, bro.
Yo, I've never seen an Indian on some Mason shit on my mama.
Right, building masonry. So when we look at the World Fair, this is where they was at. They put them in the village in the bushes and them things. So that we know y'all didn't build nothing, bro. This was y'all. This is what y'all was doing at the World Fair, bro. So y'all didn't build a building. I'm trying to line it up to debate these dudes. Like this, where y'all was at. It don't matter if you Native American or whatever you call yourself. This is where y'all were at, and y'all, it's no escape. So y'all didn't build the buildings. That's why they running around here talking about some Tartarian, because they don't want to admit that it's Moorish. But when we do the research, look at them. Look, when we do the research, we find the Moorish. Look, Native American Indian. This is they folks. Go be proud. Yeah, it do look like y'all. I must say, it do look like y'all, but it ain't your culture. You know, them kind of look like some brown Indians
My
with
thing is
perms.
this, and you know we're Americans because we lay brick. And we're the most creative bricklayers. If something is laying bricks, people, if there's if there's an entity, people, if there is an entity anywhere in the world, let's hop off America. Let's hop off of it. When you're laying bricks and you're civilizing your nation, that don't sound like no damn Indian because that brick can kind of withstand a lot of weather. It looks like if you was an Indian, you're gonna get messed up in the weather. So you see, do y'all see why Americans were beating everybody in the Olympics? Everybody wants to dress and rap like us is because our ancestors was laying bricks and y'all wasn't even in the goddamn exposition.
Yeah, Royal Judean. Yeah, indigenous American is different, but that's what they call themselves. They don't say indigenous and aboriginal. They say American Indian, brother. And they always say that these people are pretendians. They call these people pretendians right here. They're basically saying they're pretending and it's their culture. So these people are still in their culture. Yeah, I know that's not us, but what I'm saying, that's what they're doing online, brother. They're saying these are the pretendian. So if they're pretendian, who is the real? Yeah, I know Aborigine, Indigenous, I know all that language, but that's not what they're saying on TikTok. All they're pushing is Indian, bro.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm an American. My grandmama said we were Indian. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you, we can't argue over the subject because if you're from America and you are an American and you're claiming Indian, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's we shouldn't fight. But I understand there is a debate when it comes to laying brick and teepee. I don't know if my grandmother laid brick or teepee. I'm not into any of that. But I know my people are from both sides. I know my
Right.
people are bricklayers. I know, but you got folks out here that want to argue over American Indians and American. You know what I'm saying? You
Nah,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
true. Indigenous Americans was in South America first and the Caribbean for thousands and thousands of years though.
Must never watch
Before,
Apocalypto.
way
That's
before
the
people even knew that there was a population over there. Way before the Europeans even made boats to come over there.
you guys ever heard of Apocalypto?
The
You guys
movie,
ever
the
heard?
Mayans, I mean the Aztecs.
Yeah, yeah, that movie. I just literally watched that shit today with my mama. I never watched the movie before.
Yeah, I
It was
seen it years
crazy.
ago, and it's really fake because they not really depicting the people the right way. They trying to show them as,
Watered
half
down.
civilized, because Aztec was highly advanced and they
Yeah, they
wasn't
were
doing that.
advanced.
You know,
They kind of make it seem like, oh, then the Christians come and get rid of all that demonic stuff. I guess that's how the narrative it goes. If you really look at it,
That's why Trump want to send them back to where they came from because
but
he
it was a
realized
good
they
ass movie
wasn't there
though.
first.
That was a
well,
good
what you
ass
say,
movie.
Royal Judean? Say that again.
I said that's why Trump want to send them back because now that DNA is a thing, he sees that they're a Indian European mixture. They're
Right.
not the indigenous people to America.
Right, exactly. They putting
Even
two and
Trump
two
knew.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah. They know they not, at least they know they not the North American Aboriginal, that they are mainly the mestizo population.
South American either, because if you ask the Mayan people,
Yeah.
if you ask the Mexican people and the South American people who built them pyramids, who did all of that stuff there, they're gonna tell you it was a more advanced civilization before us. And it was
Right,
African people.
right. I
Not
mean,
African, but darker people. They
but
even
just say
say,
Aboriginal,
yeah,
Aboriginal, you know.
Aborigine. Because there is a big difference. Our ancestors been over there like for thousands of years.
Yeah, America is home, bro. I don't care what nobody say. America is home. I can show y'all the documentation where we got the oldest rock bed in the world, and we are part of the largest volcano chain in the world. So yeah, America home, man. You know, people just can't look at it as the lands are connected before the ocean formed. We
Exactly.
stayed on our land while the people in Africa stayed on their land. We're
That's
just as old as
facts.
them.
That's facts. Asia too.
Yeah,
India
Asia
is
too. Yeah.
originally the same people and Asia.
What, the
China.
oceanic people?
Yeah, I'm finna give you a vision. I'm finna help you soul as low. Watch this. I'm finna help you envision this. Okay. Ring of
We got the
fire.
oldest DNA on the
Stop
planet, which
claiming
means
advanced Moorish agriculture, the true American. Oh yeah, the Moorish, the ones that were getting eaten, yeah, by the white
Okay.
people. They
Uh,
were getting eaten though, like no lie.
All right, check this out. I don't know if you ever seen this before, but this is called the Ring of Fire. It's the largest active volcano archipelago in the world. Thousands upon thousands active volcanoes every day. And they try to make this look empty in the middle, but it actually got thousands upon thousands of islands with over 100 million people living here in the Pacific. But anyway, if you can see right on the west coast, all these active volcanoes create new islands. So if you look at the fact that it create this land, these volcanoes, America got the oldest rock bed near Canada and Minnesota, the oldest by billions of years, rocks. We got the oldest water as well. People don't know that. America is very ancient. So with that being said, if we have rocks older than Africa,
Yeah,
it's
let's
safe
not
to say
forget
that
about
we
our mountains and
existed
stuff.
before Africa.
bro, we have the most genetic diversity on the planet, which means our bloodline spans so many nations.
That's true.
Sometimes it's hard for scientists to even pinpoint our DNA
Right.
Yeah.
where it belongs.
Hold on one second.
Scientists study our DNA like we guinea pigs. They go around Africa, they go around to Han Chinese people. Like old ancient DNA is in us. It's not in other populations because their ancestors evolved from stuff of recent time.
And it's very true. You know, studying PNF. You know, I remember there was one guy that said he wanted to debate PNF over alleles. Alleles uh, is a DNA strand that Americans have that most nationalities don't have, and it's a chemical DNA that makes us to have a heightened ability. And
Right.
every time I get on here, I always bring up the Olympics. Is because you always see Americans on there, and I'm not trying to bring it up. It's like ever since I've been a kid, I'd be like, damn, like
Morton
I keep seeing them up there,
Blueface
like.
so true.
You know what I'm saying? And we winning. It's not just going up there. You can go to the Olympics anytime you want to if you can make it. But who's
Yeah.
winning the Olympics all the time? All the time.
African
For
descent
the last 100 years and really for the last few thousand years. But anyway,
Americans, all type of stuff. They
grandson
dominate.
Shem, we all have alleles, but we have a third allele, and I'm gonna show you grandson Shem. You're gonna see something on my channel you never seen before. But
Nigga, we
anyway,
got cocoa leaves, nigga. They don't even know what chocolate was till they came over here.
exactly. Morton Nice, check this out. Morton Nice, which is 3.6 billion years old. Some of the oldest rocks in the world include the gneiss found in Minnesota River Valley. Oldest rocks in the world. It says some because Canada have the oldest. They have 4 billion years of rock bed. This is not in Africa, y'all. This is in
I
Minnesota.
mean, we was native to Canada too. At this
Yeah, Canada is ancient, but I'm just letting y'all know where the oldest rock and water is. Now let's go into the alleles. Watch this.
I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to pinpoint the bloodline because I promise you, we
It's
was
true. It's
native to so many lands that it's
hard.
impossible to be like, oh, you're from this place.
It's hard. It's real hard. It's real hard.
I can't even tell people I'm one thing because it's crazy. Every time I do an ancestry or DNA thing, bro, it comes up everywhere.
If people is debating Americans, why are children want to be like Americans? Ask the children.
They follow
Ask a
everything
child.
we do.
Go to a nation and ask a child why do they dress and talk the way how they dress. Do they want to be like their parents that's not Americans? It's gonna be an F no on my mama.
Exactly. So check this out. So the brother's talking about we all have alleles, you know, and one thing I don't like about our people is when we get to talking about stuff we don't know about. If you don't know about something, just admit it, man. It's just chill out in the cut. Because we just try to sound smart too much. So anyway, the inheritance of serum, if y'all know what a serum is, it's the stuff sort of like plasma. It's the juice that you create to make blood. So, like he said, 2 alleles per gene. I'm glad you know that. But guess what? The inheritance of serum haptoglobin types in American Nagas evidence for a third allele. So, if there's 2 alleles per gene, grandson, why do Americans have 3 alleles per gene?
We got 9 DNA sequences.
Damn.
The biggest
Fuck.
Yeah,
genealogy
we have
in
more DNA
history.
than everybody. They call it junk DNA,
Everybody.
Soulless Low. They call it junk because they don't know how to decipher it. But I
Yeah.
want grandson Shem to answer me this. You said we have 2 alleles. Well, read this right here where it says there's evidence for a third allele. And I want you to tell me why we have 3 alleles
It's
and the
already been
importance
proven.
of the
It's just not
haploglobin type.
publicized.
Grandson Shem. Somebody says stop lying. Now, what are we lying about? These dudes out here, man. There's too many of them, man.
Real scientists will tell you that
It
African
has
American and African DNA is the most
some
dominant DNA on the
messy
planet.
stuff.
Well, guess
They
what,
don't got
Royal
nothing to
Judean?
hide.
Hey, Royal Judean, guess what? This particular test, it was done with American Negroes and West Africans. And guess what?
Yeah,
The West Africans didn't have it. So I did
yeah,
this video to
true.
show y'all we're distinct from them. That's why I did this and the importance of this. Let me explain the importance of this like sickle cell. So what this serum is able to create itself for people who have immunity against inflammation. If your body becomes too acidic and you can't fight off the sicknesses and adapt, you have a third allele that kicks in to help you create a serum to battle inflammation. And this is why the brother was talking about your athletics on the Olympics. You are not pure African. We're not
And we
Africans. We're not over here saying we're Africans. Why
true.
are you here? Go away. We're not
They
African over
say
here.
they say that they say that we evolved quicker than any other species, and our DNA copies more than any other people on the planet.
Exactly. That's what the third allele does. And we have more alleles
That's
they're
what
not
China
telling us
said.
about.
China be studying our DNA too.
Yeah, but they're not studying anybody's DNA like the sister her Henrietta Lacks who got the eternal gene. If y'all know who
Yeah,
Henrietta Lacks is, so we have something in particular called this serum right here, and they did a test. This haptoglobin, which is globulin, a blood-like type of serum, you're able to, like what I'm trying to say is, this is how I'm trying to put it. You're able to create a serum in your blood for anything that you may need, like with the snap of a finger. And this is why they always can use the O blood. If you have universal negative O blood, they can use it on
Look,
anybody.
no,
And you also can create your own serum for anything that you may be suffering from. That's what makes you more special and godlike. They're not telling you this. And notice all of the pale nations need your plasma. Somebody was doing a video on this earlier how Asia they get imported our plasma. Britain, Canada, all of these countries import our plasma, bro, and we're selling it to them when we should be selling it to them for the ha ha.
Hey,
Instead of
Bejanite. Nobody trying to be African. Are you crazy?
yeah, he just up here typing,
when
bro.
Africa catches a disease, it's have you seen some of the abnormalities that some of the Africans get that we don't get in North America? We don't get the measles, we don't get the bone marrow problems, and we don't have. I've I just seen a guy from Africa have the worst abnormality known to man, and it keeps happening in Africa. Those abnormalities don't occur in America at all. That's why they take our blood and people detox with it in other countries. They're selling our blood because when you go into Africa, and they inject us out here too. They're trying to figure out why the Africans abnormalities when they're injecting them, putting it in the water and in the food, why isn't that working out here? And we have bad water. Trust me, they're trying to do it to us out here too, but we don't have the same effects.
Right.
We don't have the same effects.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to give y'all. I'm giving y'all the science on why you're able to adapt, even with the messed up GMO food, all the poison, even in Flint, Michigan, everything they tried to do to us, the syphilis. Y'all have something that can overcome it, and they don't understand why they can't get rid of y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Not forget about
That's
COVID.
why we not supposed
Let's
to
not
take
forget
them
about COVID.
vaccines, bro. They trying to mess with our
It
DNA.
was mainly white people dying during COVID. That shit was crazy.
So here goes some of the stuff that they suffer from over there. Stuff that we don't even go through. We ain't never heard of none of this stuff, y'all. Look at this. They be trying to scare us with it on the news, but look at this stuff. Lassa
All of that
fever,
sick,
yellow fever.
all of that sickly stuff came from them. They killed a third of the population of the native and indigenous black people in America before the 1600s. They
All
killed like
right.
120 million.
Hey, get on the
Unalive. They
panel.
unalive.
Yeah, say unalive. Yeah, Beijing, get on the panel because I don't want you to just keep talking. Come on up here. I don't care if you got an accent or not. What's a
Yeah,
fake
basically.
site? So everything is fake. This is what I'm saying about these dudes. Everything is fake that we do,
They're
but
not gonna
everything.
publicize the difference in our DNA to the white public. Are you crazy? That's the whole point of keeping the secret.
He up here. Exactly, bro. They not gonna reveal everything, and
They're
this is
not
why we
gonna
don't get
tell
along.
people.
The reason why we don't get along with these people because they regurgitate everything the Europeans say. They
They're
every
bought by the Europeans. They're
exactly
bought by the Romans. They're bought by the Arab man, the Babylonian. They're bought by Russia, the Assyrian Empire. They're bought by everything. The French people. What? Their leaders be caving. The only respectful one is Malema and Traore.
right.
That's it.
Julius Malimba and yeah, it ain't even no more than him. But anyway,
You feel
Benjamin,
me?
like you up here and you're saying these sites are fake. I don't understand you guys. I don't understand your culture. Like we don't follow y'all culture, bro. But you can tell us a
Definitely
little bit
don't.
more, bro.
Most
Please
definitely don't
explain what
follow.
my culture is since you don't follow it. Please explain what it is.
Shit, you just
No, no,
mentioned
no, no.
Africa.
You
You
tell us
just
what your
mentioned
culture is.
Burkina Faso and Africa. That's not my culture. Tell me about it. Tell me about your people. And you said this
Honey.
site is fake, right? So I'm gonna go over it before you respond.
Now
So
tell me
I
who the
went on
people
here
are,
to
where they're
find
getting
out.
the
This is what I
information.
typed right here. It says these diseases Africans get, but everybody else don't. So these are the diseases right here. These are the diseases that runs rampant in
And
the
you believe that
country.
site.
So they make laboratory stuff in China and give it to us so that we could get sick. And then they buy the Fenty, they buy that and they put it in our community because they don't want us here no more.
Yeah.
It's
And,
obvious.
and, and they really be over there experimenting on them, thinking it's going to affect us, but
Yeah.
they don't
They
know that
try
we're
to
not the
force them
same
to
as
him
them.
power, cut.
Come on,
Really?
the jig is up.
Yeah,
Do
everybody
you know the
know that
history of
y'all there
Burkina Faso?
experiment. Y'all are Bill Gates experiment. Y'all
Do you
are the
know, sir,
testing, the
do
testing.
you know the
Y'all
history
are
of
the
Africa?
testing field for
What is
Europe. They're
called
testing
Africa?
on y'all. They're
Do
always
you know where
testing on y'all,
Pangea is? Do you
huh?
know that America broke off of Pangea? Go and do your history
You
research,
said
sir.
America broke off
So
Pangea.
so did Asia. What's your point?
Yeah,
Exactly. So how can you claim that you have nothing to do with Africa
I
when
didn't
you're
say we
part of it?
don't have nothing to
You're
do with
part.
that. I didn't say that.
That's not our homeland. Our ancestors been broke off like
Sir, come on.
They got no
7,000,
beginning,
8,000
bro.
years ago.
Africa was named by Europeans. It was Pangea before. It was Kemet. The
Okay.
Europeans named it Africa, and you were holding that up. Africa, Africa. It was there before the Europeans, sir. Educate yourself. Wake up.
So now,
Okay, we got you. We got you, bro. I feel where you at with that, but I'm gonna break it down.
He's right about that. The Kemet part. He's right.
Okay, so check this out, Bejanite. Cause I know about the Beja tribe and the Alcoholic tribe. I had an alcoholic friend. Check this out. As you can see right here, the Amazon actually is fed by the Sahara Desert, and we can view this from satellite image. You see the dust
Sir,
coming from
sir,
the desert. So the sandstorms feed our Amazon. We know we're connected to over there. But that's not our homeland, is what we're telling y'all, and y'all are trolling us, telling us we're African. You just admitted that African is a name given to y'all. So why would we
no, no,
accept
not to
that
you all,
name?
not to you all, not to you all, to
I
what
thought
is
you
now the continent, not to
uh
you all.
okay, I'm sorry, my
Are
bad.
of African descent, but our ancestors been
So how could
migrating
you be
that
of
way.
African descent when Africa is just named in the last 2,000 years? Come on, wake
Exactly.
up,
Bro,
I,
that
I feel you.
continent.
wake up. You
That's what
cannot
I'm
be from
saying. We're
Africa.
not from there. A lot of us are not from there. The story, the transatlantic
You're right,
story is a
because
fake
it did
story.
not exist when you broke apart. It did not
Exactly.
exist.
So that's
It
not
was
our name.
Pangea.
That's all we're saying, Bejanite. That's not our name. We
Are
are
you an
simply
American? Are you an
Americans.
American? Are you
Yes, I'm
American?
an American.
Oh,
Yes.
so you were named after America Vespucci. You
No,
didn't
that's
exist
fake.
before he discovered it.
All right,
He
listen up. Let me
supposedly
let me
discovered
let
it.
me answer
Wrong.
that.
Come on,
Let me
brother,
answer
wake
that.
up, wake up.
Let me
America
answer that.
land
You
Our
just
mass
gotta
DNA
didn't
goes
listen.
go to
further
all
back
America.
than
Wake
just the
up,
country name.
Hold on, let me
wake up.
answer that, brother, because you're not listening. First of all, his name was Alberico Vespucci. You know that, right? His real name is Alberico. He got his name when he got to America. You know that, right? So, second of all, I can show you that America is an ancient
I'm
name. I
listening.
can prove that. So,
You
his
can't
name
prove
is
it.
Alberico. Yes, I can prove it. What you mean? All right,
You
I
can prove
got
it
you.
by
You say I can't
Europeans.
prove it?
It was named by the conquistadors.
No, no, it wasn't. America
They
is an
called it
ancient
land
name.
of the covenant because
So who were the
they learned about the
conquistadors?
people.
Where did they get
They
that
learned
name?
about the
Where is the
people.
name
They learned about the
conquistadors from?
people from the Bible in Spain.
the Latin
Oh, from Spain. Oh, and Spain is how old now, sir?
old.
Come on, wake
That
up,
was
my
from
brother,
the
wake up.
migration of North Africans. That's how Europe
Come
learned
on.
about any of that.
Shit, let's not forget about the
But you just
Portuguese.
said the guy is from Spain. It's named after
Yeah.
Spain.
We're not Spanish.
But Spain didn't
That's a
exist when.
European thing.
Yeah.
Let's deal with reality and be truthful here.
Okay. So here go reality right here. The reality is we
Sir,
got to stop listening
that's a
to them and do
website.
our own.
That's a website that is put out
Is
there by
this
people who want to control you.
what
Okay?
if
That's by
you
people put
have a
out there who want to
family?
control you. I do not follow websites. I go back to the original. Okay, because you can put
Do you
anything.
have a family of
You can
war?
put anything
Do
on a
you
website.
have any war that you ever fought? Do you have any family member ever fought war? Like, for instance, my grandmother fought the British when they came to Tennessee. Okay, that's how I know we've been here for a very long time. There's no
When did the
reason why
British go to
my
Tennessee, sir?
bloodline.
When did the
Huh?
British go to Tennessee? After 1492?
When,
The natives was going to war with
Oh my
Columbus for
God.
200 years.
He,
If you
he
really want
fought
to
the
be
British, so that
technical,
makes you a hero? Come
no,
on.
no. What I'm stating is that I know my grandmother didn't take a boat from Africa and sea to
Sir,
fight the
nobody
British.
is saying that your grandparents or your great grandparents or your great great grandparents did. The point remains that the only humanoids on Earth uh, were in Pangaea when it was one landmass. So any descendant who claims to be human, you might not be human. You might be from, I don't know, outer space somewhere. But if
Well,
you
if we got to
claim to
make it
be an
simple, if
Earthian,
we have to make it simple,
if,
Americans never
if
sold.
sir,
Americans have never.
if you are human, you originated in the landmass that was Pangaea, that they later called Kemet and the Kushites, and now they call it Africa. But that's where humans originated. Whether you want to admit it or not, you can
Let's talk
claim
about that, brother.
4,000 years later
There's
All
that
right,
you're
hold
nothing.
on.
There's
American.
Hold
there's
on.
nothing out there that's old enough for that to be relevant. There's nothing that old.
Really? How old are the pyramids, sir?
the crops of that nation,
Sir,
there's
how
those are
old
even
are the
original
pyramids?
crops. How can a man on this?
Sir, how
But man, you're not that old. You're going to be passing just like me pretty soon. Those crops in that nation came from over here, so that's weird. That's weird.
Sir, I'm not asking you about crops. I was talking to you about human beings, or what we call ourselves, human beings.
Right. And you
There's
say we
only
from
one place
Africa,
in the
right?
world.
We're everybody's from Africa, so that's out of Africa, right? I'm talking to you,
Africa
Bayesian
did not
Knight.
exist then. It was
It's a
Pangea, sir. It
us
was
and
Right,
them
but
is
Pangea.
a
but
Educate
different
yourself. It
bloodline.
was not
but you
Africa. It
just
was
said,
Pangea.
hold on, brother. You just said Pangea. That's the whole globe connected. Then you said
Right.
all of us are from Africa, that landmass, right? Everybody, the Kushites or whatever, right? Ain't that what you said?
Now call, sir, listen carefully, please.
I'm
Don't just try
listening.
to
I want you
argue.
to be
I said the
specific.
landmass that they now call Africa.
Right. That's where all humans are from, right? I want you to say yes or no. That's all I need you to do, and I got the rest.
All humans are from where?
From that landmass, Africa, right?
No, they're not from Africa. I can tell you for the
That's
5,000th
false.
time. It was
Not
not
not the
called
name, the
Africa.
landmass, the Al-Kebalan. Let's say Kemet, Al-Kebalan, either or. That's where they're from, right?
Oh my God, this is
Well,
unbelievable.
just let me know where you think humans are from. I'll ask you that since you don't want to answer. Either
Sir,
or.
I told you, everybody is from the landmass. Humanoids are from that landmass.
I
Maybe
disagree.
you're
You know
from
why I disagree?
maybe you're
I'm
from
finna tell you
Pallades. I
why I
don't know.
disagree.
Maybe you're from Pallades. I don't know.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna tell you why I disagree. Do you believe in God or the Creator?
No,
You don't, but you do believe in evolution, right?
no.
Oh wow. How the hell did we get here then?
Right.
I can't get you if you don't believe in evolution. I thought you believed in evolution. So you
Now,
don't
how can you
believe in
believe in
evolution, but
evolution?
you believe we just
I
magically
believe in
appeared out of
evolution
nowhere.
as sections of life. Okay, that animals, the dinosaurs, and whatever were here before man. But
No,
to
you
say
have to
that,
deal with
Oh, I
what's
wait a
disagree
minute,
with
planted.
that.
please.
You
I
have
don't
to
agree
deal
with
with
that.
what is planted in the nation. You got planted already like a plant. We're all planted right now. You cannot start. You got planted already. I'm planted. My son next to me got planted. You what nation are you planting in right now? Where are you planting? Where are you flourishing in right now?
I just want to know his belief of like how we
Right.
originate. He say we from Africa. Did we evolve or did God put us there, the creator? Either or. We gotta come from something. That's what I need you to answer. Because if you believe in
What do you need me to
evolution,
answer, sir? What do you need me to answer? You want to hear my
I want you
perspective
to
of it,
answer
my
the
factual
evolution
perspective?
that we evolved. You said we just appeared when the animals was here already, and we just
Sir,
appeared
that's
out of
not what I
thin air.
said. That's not what I said.
No, you didn't say that. I ain't gonna lie, you
Sir,
didn't
I
say that.
said, are you going to let me talk or are you going to
Yeah,
keep
go
cutting
ahead.
me off
Well,
so
go
you can
ahead. You
keep
got it. Go ahead.
enforcing your point?
You
Go
got the
ahead.
floor.
Okay? The way that people have taught you about evolution is that somehow we are connected to the monkeys and the apes.
Right.
I do not believe in that theology. Okay? They were here on earth before us. Okay? Nature created the humanoids. Okay? That's why some tribes believe, if you go and read the Dogon tribes in
That we was
Africa,
made from the dirt.
every creature on earth came from the dirt.
I mean, I believe I fake believe that, like, I'm not gonna say fake. I believe that because that's the most earliest explanation for life being given on this planet.
Right? That's what the Caucasians gave.
That would be how God is the Elohim, how he created man from dirt.
Well,
Right.
wait a
So
minute.
if
There's more than
God
one God
created
according to that
us,
same philosophy.
if God created us, God created everything. That's why I was going to go with this. And you cannot believe
Okay.
in out of Africa if you believe in God. That's common sense. You cannot believe that it's a birthday on man if you believe in God. You cannot believe we evolved from some animals if you believe in God. We had to evolve from God.
I'm not gonna lie though, some
Sir,
populations
I told
did
you from the
mix
beginning
with
I don't
different type
believe
of
in evolution.
beings early
No, I
on.
know. I heard you. I heard you, bro.
You could see it in the DNA, like some populations, their DNA don't even come close to being 9 series. It's like 6 and 7. But
And to
that's
be
because
honest with you, I'll put it to this guy just like this. Let's let him win. Americans have the most alleles. We have African DNA, and Africans don't have the DNA from Americans, and
from
that's like
us.
that. I'm
Exactly.
going to be real.
Exactly.
Why you start
No, the
laughing, bro?
American,
Oh,
sir.
okay,
Have you,
so
sir?
you
Have you,
believe we all have the
sir?
same blood? You
Sir,
believe
sir, sir.
we
Listen,
all have the
listen,
same
listen.
blood? We're all
Let me give you
humans.
an example.
We're
Let me
all
give you
humans
an
from Africa.
example. Let me give you an example. You and people who believe your philosophy believe that Africa could not create its own gold, or Africa could not create its own diamonds, or
Yeah,
Africa
we
can
don't
do
care
it.
about
It
all
happy.
that.
Wait a minute, hear me out, please.
America does. Every nation does that.
Oh
What's
my
the point?
God.
Go
You didn't
ahead,
let me
talk.
finish. You
Go ahead.
interjected because you don't want to hear the truth. Now, Burkina Faso and the good African nations are coming together and doing their own refining and everything. What Europeans had made you in the West believe could not be done in Africa. Or Africans are so backward. They can't do this, they can't do that, they can't do that. Which was a
But they
whole
need
bunch of
but let's be
lies.
real. Let's be real. If you gonna bring Traore into this, you gotta speak on the real. A lot of them leaders over there was bought for some centuries. And that's why it's just now coming to this.
So,
Sir,
Bayesianite, do you think that
sir,
they brought us over here? The Europeans brought us
sir.
over here?
I never said that.
No, I'm asking
I
you
can tell
that.
you
How do you
And the
again.
think we got
Africans
here in
sold
America?
us,
It was one
some of our
landmass, and
ancestors.
every person in the world has melanin in their skin.
Okay.
Every human being.
Yo, what's
Everybody
going
has
on?
melanin. Shout out
Okay.
Joseph. What's good, Joseph?
Yo, what's going on with you? Listen, I wanted to say something to this guy, the one from Africa.
I'm
I
not
just
from
want to
Africa.
say this to you, dude.
Mm.
Uh, you keep saying that Europeans, you keep putting Europeans in with us like we wasn't here already.
Beef way before them.
We
Evolving
we've been
from
here for hundreds of thousands of years, sir. We are
thank you.
ancient.
Thank
Sir,
you.
did you hear anything I said?
I was
And I
listening to
just
you the
made
whole
it very
time
clear
down in
that
the chat.
melanin is in humanites, which we
And the
were
original
back
humans, we
from.
are the original humans. Us over here.
275,000 years.
We the original humans. Matter of fact,
It
275,000
hasn't
I heard you talking
years.
about the system, right? Or
You
somebody
know
was
how
talking about the
old Lucy
system.
it
was?
hasn't been
Lucy is 2.3 million years.
275,000
That's from
years.
Africa.
We
Come
had
on, man.
like
Bro,
we
bro, you know
us
how much
black folks
stuff
is
happened in the
unique.
Bible? Bloodlines was wiped clean of kings and people in the Middle East. So how could they be as old as us?
The
And black
Bible
In the
folks
is
ruled.
flood,
We
just
ruled
like
all of
reading
these lands.
Grimm's
in
tale.
the flood,
The
we got
Bible
we
is
got to
not,
think about
there's
these
not
events in
one
history.
iota of evidence in the
Hold on.
Bible
I'm
like that.
glad my man bring
Not
up the
one.
flood. Listen. The flood of Noah. The flood of Noah. Noah built this ark in
Never
Florida.
existed.
Right.
Noah built this
Never
ark in
existed.
Florida. Listen, everything biblical is over here.
Fact. It gotta be.
And this
It
is a
gotta
fact.
have
This
been
is a
I
fact.
know.
indigenous
This is
I
a
aborigines.
know.
fact.
I know. I know
Noah
it's
built
over
this
here.
ark in
How
Florida.
did
So,
the world continue to
Look
get
up the dog.
populated?
so is Humpty Dumpty. So is
Only located in
Cinderella.
Florida.
Man,
We're
you
all here.
funny, Bayesianite. I'm trying to see why y'all never believe
Hold
us when
on,
we
y'all.
have our information. Shout out to Aunt Munder. I don't know the rest of your words, but I don't want to keep you waiting, man. What you like or
Hold
disagree
on.
with.
I'm Aunt B.
Damn,
Tell them.
Joseph.
I
It's
appreciate
Okay.
been
it.
a minute, bro.
Let me tell y'all
I
something.
thought.
Yeah,
We
Hold
let the
on.
have been
female talk
here.
right quick.
Keep going because I got a lot. Go ahead, sweetheart.
Okay. One blink of God's eye is 1,000 years. So, uh, we've been here for 6,000 and
Oh,
some years. Listen, this is
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
been
go ahead.
here
We
for
listening.
6,000 and some years. If you listen,
Wow.
if you take 7,000 and go to Revelation and subtract, uh, what was it? Subtract. Oh, I forgot. But if you go to Revelation, there's something that you can subtract, and then it'll tell you how many years we've been here. So we've been here like almost 7,000 years because
Mhm.
God created the world in 6 days. So, okay, we've been here 6,000 and some years. So when a-
Mm, mm,
after
mm, mm,
God
mm.
gets to 6,999, and then he does that final blink, then on the seventh day, everybody rests, including the
Okay.
people in hell. including all of us who are Christians, we are going to rest with God in the New Jerusalem. It ain't hard, guys. It's
I
not
kind of
hard
believe it though. I
to
do
figure out
believe you
how
though. I
many.
ain't gonna lie. I do believe in God like that. But I'm gonna come back to you in 1 second. Eddie De Niro, I don't want to keep you waiting. I don't know if you was on my channel before, but what you agree with or disagree with, Eddie De Niro?
No, well, I agree with I guess the host. I'm guessing, like I'm against things like people like Joseph say, right? I haven't seen him on a while. He used to be on here all the time, and I said, oh, he must have, started reading actually. But nah, he's still up here doing the same shit. How you been though, bro?
What you mean? I just started reading.
No, because I seen you. I
You
randomly see you
you
like almost a year
following me?
ago.
That's what you doing. You every live I go on, you
How
on
am
it.
I following you, bro? If I haven't seen
We,
you in almost like 8 months.
Oh man, this is funny, man. I
I
just
thought
look,
you were
I'm
good though. I
saying
thought,
like you
oh, you must
saying
have
something.
started
I must have
reading
been
like
reading
actual
a book,
books.
dude. I got so much information. I've been doing this research for 15 years, dude.
Well,
I'm
I
on
could
the
upload
original.
anything to Wikipedia, right?
I got so much knowledge up here, and then God gave me knowledge too, because I was in the first wave of the Great Awakening, which was 15 years ago.
right. I remember that. I remember
Y'all
that. I
thinking
was a
y'all
part of that
thinking that this is all a joke.
2010, that 2010,
God has been
2012
waking us
awakening.
up, right?
I
God has
was
been
there.
waking us up for a long minute.
I've been there too, boy. I've been a part of the
I was in the
Aboriginal
first wave.
movement for what is that
Like God rest my wife. So
16
listen,
Army's
you gotta
winding
go through
down.
pain though. You gotta go through pain, a lot of pain. Listen, my
Yeah.
wife passed away in 2010. This happened in 2010. My wife passed away
Wow.
March the 8th, 2010. 2 months
My
later,
condolences, bro. Did
God,
y'all have children together?
yeah. I got 3 kids, 2 twins, and my baby right behind them, 19 and 18. I'm still a father, single father of
Dang,
3.
man.
God is
Yeah, my
good. Listen,
God
condolences,
bless.
God has
man.
brought me a long way. But what I'm
Amen.
trying to say is you gotta go through a lot of pain. Listen, I've been on my own since I was 13. The chosen, God's army, we had to go through a lot of stuff, a lot of pain in order to absorb and to be strong today. And we
Amen.
are in the spiritual realm. We literally are in the spiritual realm. I don't know if
Yeah.
y'all noticed.
No, I know it. We going, especially the 80s babies. Us 1980s people. We went through
Right.
a
From
whole lot.
80 between 1980 and 1985, we are God's army. And I was born in
E-
1981.
Every
Y'all was born the
August 2nd,
same year as me.
1981. I'm saying I'm 43, going to 44. I'll be 44 in August. Listen, we was brung back here. We are old souls. We asked to come back here. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
We
Yeah.
asked to come back
what do
here.
you
And we
mean
had to
I
go
should
through a
come back
lot of
here?
pain in order to, to absorb, what we absorb in the fight for his army. Because that's what God got, brung us back here for. You know what I mean?
That shit.
Then
He's
What's
rallying up
and
his
to
no,
wake
and
up
it's
the
a
army.
whole
big
collective.
deal.
To wake up the collective
We
because
have been
everybody is still
chosen.
asleep.
We
Huh?
Yes, I know. We have been chosen. Okay, we already have the mark of God. So we have been marked by God for thousands of years. And another thing, I wanted to say something about you guys were talking about melatonin or
Yeah,
I
Melanin.
yeah,
That
melanin.
goes all the way to our
Okay,
bones. It's not just a pigment
right.
a
Black
pigment
people,
thing.
right. Black people are the original people. This is where white people come from. If you go
Right.
to I think it's Leviticus, Leviticus, and you'll see because that's where you know what leprosy is in the Bible.
yeah,
See, when
exactly. That's
people
where
had
they come
leprosy,
from.
Yeah, leprosy. Yeah,
A
yeah,
curse
that's
with
Leviticus. I
God.
where
forget
they
It's
that
come
supposed to be a
chapter.
from.
curse with God. Leprosy is supposed to
And
be a
then,
curse with God.
yeah, so they outcasted these people and
But
they
the
went
devil had
into
something to
this
do with them
mountain.
too.
Yeah, you right about
Pardon
that.
me?
Let me
That's
get your
why
real name so I can say your
that's
name.
why God about to destroy this world because
Undercover.
the days of Noah. Remember the Nephilim was here. They weren't supposed to be here on this earth. The
Yeah.
angels had mangled with our women, and they made them
Mm-hmm.
giants. They weren't supposed to be here. So the Nephilim got washed away. Now it's a new wave, which is these people. They not supposed to be. They not even human.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
they
I'm
still
gonna
not.
keep it
Nephilim.
honest. They're not
There's
human,
still Nephilim here.
but they're not human though.
Check this
That's
out.
Well,
why God coming
I
back
know
too.
that.
That's what the flood was for, to try to wipe out a lot of those giants, but
A
it
lot
didn't
No,
of
no,
that.
no.
clear out the
Yeah.
It wiped
bloodline.
out every one. It wiped out every one of them. But what you got to
Wait a minute,
realize
I'm
is that
lost.
these
It
demons
wiped out
got to
They
almost
made
all
live.
of them.
they
There's
made
some of them
children out of
that went somewhere.
God
No,
they
no, no.
created
made
They're
Trying to
all
children
kill
out of
dead.
themselves.
man.
Come
Listen,
on,
y'all.
wake up.
They're all. the flood wiped everything out. But then there were
Oh yeah,
still
yeah.
fallen angels who came and made more Nephilims. And like the government is using Nephilims. And also, no,
Uh,
this is serious. I could tell
you
y'all,
think
oh,
they
you
made
know what?
more?
Screw it. I'm just
You think
going to
they
tell
made more?
y'all.
No, I mean
Yes,
I'm
without a
listening.
doubt.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Without a doubt. Okay, so my friend, she works for the government. So she was driving diesel, because they do things for the government, and like they don't have to obey any rules. So because they work for the government, so she got in a wreck with her 18 wheeler, and she didn't know what was in the back of the 18 wheeler. So in the back of the 18 wheeler, it was five guillotines, the things
Wow.
that they chop your.
Stop next.
And then her best friend, she drove the other diesel that had the other five guillotines. So all this stuff is getting set up for the Antichrist. He's not going to come until everything's set up, like the machines and the mark of the beast and the forehead, which
Yeah, that's
Elon
already
Musk.
being set up everywhere. The mark of
Yeah,
the beast
that's
is coming.
already been set up.
Let me ask y'all a
Oh
Right.
no, it's
question.
They
already
trying to
here.
shut the
It's a
It's
great.
already
microchip
here.
that they
Ask
put
a
in
simple
your hand.
question. Let me ask you a simple
And
question.
also,
All you people
oh,
that
I'm
are
sorry. Go
saying
ahead.
this about God, why would God have to use humans to get rid of humans that He created? Does that
Right.
make logical sense to you?
What did you say?
If I create, if I
He
create a
said
cake,
if God made
I can't
humans,
eat
why
it
would he
myself.
use
I can't
He
humans to
smash it
get rid of
repented
humans?
myself.
for making
I
the
have to call
Nephilim.
someone else to
God
do
didn't
it.
make humans to do that. God gave man free will. So men are doing whatever they want to get rid of
Oh, but
humans.
Exactly.
God doesn't have free will. Okay.
No,
But
he gives
listen,
man free. You have free
also,
will every day. If you
also
go slap somebody, that's not God. That's you.
And I want you
that's
to also, like, when y'all get a chance, look up humans and then look up mankind. There's two separate things.
Okay.
Mankind is these things.
There's
Sir,
look.
again, let me say this.
Go
We
look
have
that
to
up.
be very
Seriously.
careful because a lot of propaganda has been put out there for us. And if we really want to know the truth, there's one thing to do: go back and visit where the oldest man has been known to be.
But my man, you said that we are from Africa. I heard you. And the host kept asking you, did you say that? You said no. But I literally listened to you say that.
Listen, when
Bingo.
I said
You
we're
don't
not
even
from
know the
I don't know
native
why
Africa,
you was
peoples in every
frauding.
nation.
That's
But
why
you
I
called
do.
came up here too.
Africa
everyone
after
has
we existed.
descended from Africa. That's where it all started, sir.
Started.
Africa
That's
was
where they telling us it's all
Obviously.
called.
started.
In the
Because
Bible,
they put
it's
it
The
in
not
Middle
that
East and
hard.
So if I
Africa.
said the
I agree
government,
with
they
bro.
put it
I
in
don't
the book.
think,
Listen, they listen. Africa is a copy and paste place. They put it in the
bro.
book to try to steal this land, which is the
facts,
real holy land, the real motherland. This is the
Right.
whole
facts,
point. They made this whole story up. These
facts,
Siberian folks and these African folks. They put them in
facts.
the book. They make it. They brainwash us.
So you people are
They
brainwashed.
brainwash us to make us think that yeah, we part of Africa. No, we not.
People are brainwashed.
You
We are
know,
the
Why do
real
you,
Hebrews.
we are
if you
God's
notice,
chosen
if you
people. We are
notice,
Sir,
from the
again,
tribe
let
of
me say
Judah.
this really slow for you.
you
Listen,
notice
y'all.
Africa
We are
was
God's
everything that
not
chosen
they
people.
do
We
is
called
are
the
from the
Africa.
opposite anyway.
tribe
Yeah, we the
of
chosen
Judah.
Africa
ones. Why do you
is
think they
just
call us the
called
chosen ones? There's no
Africa
way
by
we
the
could be from
Why do
Africa.
you think Satan's trying to snuff us out? Look at all the stuff. He made drugs to get black people on. He made prisons
Listen,
to
y'all are
put
being
people
really
in,
idiotic
to put
here.
to put
They're
our
trying to
men
get
in and
rid
our
of what is
women
now
in.
called Africa.
It's-
So it's not getting
First
rid
off,
of people.
why would we have to worry about Africa? First off, and that's another thing. People over
Are
in
they
Africa
human
think we
beings?
so worried about y'all. We not worried about y'all. The
Aren't they
chosen ones,
human
we
beings?
worried about
We not
getting our
worried
stuff
about
back, getting
Africa.
our
Y'all
land
sell
back,
y'all
getting
people.
everybody off of it. That's what we worried about.
Y'all going
Getting
crazy.
everybody
Y'all
off?
We
sell
don't we
y'all
don't think about
people.
everybody.
How you think
Listen,
my
we
Hebrew
we are
ancestors
like
Bro,
Isn't
if
that
I
feel?
could
Joseph.
isn't
say
that if you
something.
God,
follow your Bible what they
Hi,
say?
hello, host. How are you?
Love each other as I
hey, hey, bro, you know
May
it's a
I
love you.
say
place over there
something?
in
Yeah,
Africa.
That was the
but
Bible
y'all
say.
don't love us. The
Yeah,
world
now
we
you
don't
can
love
love
us.
dress
God.
The
We
world
actually
We
Hold
hate
love
on, hold
God
us.
Okay.
on.
too.
One second. What you
we
say,
actually
Why is
Jabari?
tired.
everybody
One second. One at a
arguing,
time,
man?
y'all. And I
Hey,
got
let
another
Jabari,
guest.
let Jabari
I'm gonna
talk.
let the new guest talk after Jabari. What you say, Jabari?
Yeah, but you know
Yes,
it's a
sir.
place over there in Africa where they got a special spot for just albinos. You know the Africans over there hunting albinos,
Oh yeah. That's a
using
good
their
point.
yeah,
Yeah.
using their
That's
body
But
parts
see,
right.
to
Have
they
you
get
ever
hunting their own
visited
people.
Africa? Have you
Y'all
yeah.
ever
heard what
That's
he
visited
not
said.
Africa? or you listen to what the white
But
man
but but,
put in
but
your
what he
head
said is true.
and the AI
It
that he
don't
puts
matter
on
though.
TV.
If we visit it, it don't
Have you
matter.
visited
We
it,
don't have
sir?
to visit
Listen,
to know.
But what am I
listen.
Oh
visiting for if
no,
my
Okay,
I never
ancestors
visited.
all left
We
or
okay.
have a
got
lot of
shipped out?
Africans here in
What am I going
Kansas,
back for?
You
and
know, it's
these
weird
two
because they keep
African
saying
girls.
that Africa is so great. Africa is so great, but none of the Africans are living there.
Can
Ain't
I
that
Well,
weird?
Africa owe
um
reparations
sir,
for
sir,
saying
No, that's
something
do
about
not
do
Damn,
yourself
true.
a
aliens.
favor.
Joseph,
listen,
How about that?
Do
You're a
yourself
lot
a
of
favor.
Listen,
you
I
Africans
don't
keep it
there.
a
mind.
hundred.
Is the
Listen, I'm from
real
Philly, and
richest
we keep
man
it
in
a
the
hundred.
world.
Hey,
The
being
host
that
said
that
I
boy
could
Joseph
speak.
Listen,
crazy as hell.
Yeah, Joseph.
man, this shit crazy.
Y'all
The
no
host
Yo,
good, man.
yo,
said that I
But,
could
but
these
go
are
speak.
ahead.
I
I
said
ain't
I
gonna
All
could
reparations
right,
prolong
respond.
man.
it.
All right, hold on. Because Band ATX ain't gonna be quiet until we introduce him. What's good, Band ATX? What you agree with or disagree with, man?
Why you got to be rude, man?
All right,
You
we
said
letting
I
you
could
talk.
talk
Just
after
go
He's a
ahead.
Jabari.
hater.
Dude,
You
People
don't
ain't
have to
gonna
Come
agree
call me
on,
about
we
I'm
out.
go
just
everything.
being
ahead.
very
Yeah.
kind.
You know, I'm a black man. You know, when I was a young man, we respected our elders, man. I haven't been rude at all. You said I could speak after
We
Jabari. Just stick
apologize,
to
sir.
what
You
you're
got the
saying.
All
floor.
right,
but
we
go ahead,
apologize,
talk.
and you got the flow, brother.
Hey, let me ask y'all a
Okay.
question.
Now, okay, I'll be quiet again. Go
No, no,
ahead.
no,
No,
no, no, no, no. Let him go ahead, and I'm gonna come back to you, Jabari.
Yeah,
No,
because
Just
he's
go
a little
ahead.
emotional. Let
Go
him
ahead.
talk.
Go ahead,
emotion.
Band ATX.
Okay, the little innuendos, and you don't have to be rude. That's effeminate. Stop it. Okay, I need to make a point. All right, be okay.
Go ahead, my man.
Um, first of all, I understand all the theories and the prepositions. Okay, but I don't hear any
Not
cite.
theories, it's scientific.
It's not scary
It's
Why
studies.
are you
Look in the
biblical.
Bible.
interrupting?
It's
That really
biblical.
halts a person learning. Okay, they either learn. You got to roll it around your head. Whether you agree or disagree, and you are incapable of not interrupting. You're emotional, and you're gaslighting your own emotion, or you would know how to keep your damn mouth shut.
Damn, all that though.
Yeah, all
Damn.
that. I've been on this earth a little while.
Damn.
This what he stopped our conversation
Band took the
for?
blame. Now here's my
To talk to
point.
us like we
Okay, now
kids?
see, I got to get louder because my vernacular doesn't command respect. So let
Your
me let my
volume low
list.
as hell.
Okay, when we speak facts, we need to cite references. Okay, Pangea is a name for when all of these continents were put together. Okay,
Facts.
Africa is not the
Okay,
center.
we know
The
that
center
part. Keep
since the
going.
peace. The center of Pangea was actually America. Now, we all come from Africa, and I'm going to cite the reference from 1987, Northwestern
Nah, I can't agree
University,
with that.
All right, well, just
Professor
let him send
Rebecca.
his source anyway. Go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah,
you know
yeah, go
what?
ahead, go ahead.
You know what? Why? You know what? I'm above this.
No,
Just
no,
keep
no, no.
going
Bro,
Please
wherever.
give
bro,
us
bro,
the
I'm
Go ahead.
listening
source.
to
Go.
you, bro.
My fault, y'all. Go.
Bro, go on.
Angie, keep going.
We
Now, I
apologize.
follow CNFN, I guess. Anyway, we have to cite our references, even religious references. When we talk about Jesus and God, let me ask the lady real quick, and then I'll finish my point. Ma'am, my name is Mac. What is your name?
Can't be.
He trying to get a
Can't be.
number. Say no,
Now,
stop.
no, I'm not. Oh man, that's
I'm
disrespectful, man.
joking, man. Is
But
you black for real? You
I
should know that I'm
understand
joking. Damn.
numerology too. Yeah, but joking in the middle, you wouldn't do that in a court of
You'll be all
law.
right,
You
my
wouldn't
man.
do
Just
that
go
to a
ahead. Just go
police
ahead.
officer, but your fellow black man, you want to interrupt because you can.
I don't know. All
Okay.
skin folks ain't kin folks, though.
Yeah,
Trust me.
exactly.
Y'all
And
all up here on this app.
that's getting to my point, okay? Because
Go
I'm
ahead.
not about N-word crap, okay? I'm a black man, okay? Malcolm X would have slapped the spit out of two of your mouths.
Yeah, go ahead because I'm gonna
Now,
rebuttal
man,
what
no,
you
you
about to
go
Damn
say.
ahead if
shit.
you
Oh, but
want
Max,
to,
he
and
ain't
let me
even here no
finish,
more, nigga.
sir.
Is you
You need
dumb?
to know
Okay.
that I'm
Now,
gonna
Don't
the
rebuttal
first
what
crash
you
out.
point
You
Don't
that I
crash
dumb?
out.
saying.
made,
Come
I
on
bet
I
now.
you,
If
I
we
don't
gonna
even
don't
know
talk,
what
crash
we
you're
out.
gonna
This
need a
your
saying
point,
witness.
because
We
you're
bro.
gonna we
talking
gonna
while
talk
I'm
after
I'm
talking.
we ain't
actually
gonna
Now,
do
I
listening,
this
bro.
guarantee
respectfully.
that you have,
All right,
you
go ahead. Go ahead. You
cannot
talking to the
refute.
sister. You trying to get your numbers, sweetheart. Go
Why
ahead.
are you
Whoa.
trying to,
Damn.
okay,
Sir,
listen, ma'am, this is
sir,
what I'm
we
saying.
apologize.
Yeah,
Please
go
Thank you,
ahead and
speak.
ma'am.
close out, man.
Thank you,
ATX,
ma'am.
man.
I
Make your point.
appreciate it. Do you see how these young men are? We could disagree, but they can't shut their mouth just to listen and then retort. That's
It's all
mature.
right, sir.
I
Just
was
let it
all
Now,
go.
ears till
ma'am,
you
what I'm
started
trying to
talking
say
What you
some
about the
gotta say?
religion,
disrespect.
Jesus taught in parable. But do you know what Pesher and Mishpat is?
No, I don't.
Okay, Jesus Christos, do you know what that means?
Jesus
No.
Christ.
Okay, this is what it is, okay? Jesus said in the scriptures that I teach like this, the lessons like flesh, eat my flesh, drink my blood. The literal is really not where it is. The Catholic Church
what they do is they exploit our simpleness. If you really want to understand the scriptures, you have to learn more than the parable. Hebrews chapter 6 tells you this. You could be teachers, but you have to go back to the beginning because you don't understand these deeper things. All of you. You skim over some truth, but you can't cite a reference. Okay, I'll defeat any one man in this room in a debate from what I've heard sitting in here because you're not here to talk, to share, and ponder. You're here to dominate. And that's disrespecting. You're throwing away your birthright. We don't know how to communicate. I could cite everything that I say in all levels.
Hey, bro, you
Yes,
ain't saying
sir.
That's
nothing.
your point.
No, bro, I'm
We
not
Happened
your
to
can
bro. When
too.
you use family
what
terms,
happened to
say
Maybe we
father.
slow or something.
Hey, first of all, if you first of
You
all,
are
hold on,
slow,
hold on.
and I
First of
mean
all,
that
I'm an
respectfully.
elder. Number
Now
one, I'm
I'm
an
gonna
elder.
get out of here because
Nah,
this
fuck
is
all
just
that,
too
cause you
much.
talking
You
too
guys are
much. You ain't
incapable.
saying
But I'm
nothing,
gonna
bro.
do. I'm gonna
I'm
get
sitting
out
here
of here.
listening to
What?
everything you
Now,
saying. You
ma'am,
ain't
if
That
you
saying
part.
listen,
nothing,
this
bro.
is what
You
our
understand
men
what I'm
have
saying?
taught
Don't
you.
I
go
don't
That's
agree.
that's
Trying to
like we
Listen to
slow.
what
control
he said. You
what's
ain't
going
saying
on
nothing.
instead of just
You
thinking.
know what I
I'm
mean?
just gonna bring
sir.
him down for a
Yeah,
little.
Yo,
he
them
tripping.
indigenous, don't come up
I
at,
booted him.
don't
I
come
booted
up
him
here
off the counter
capping.
for a little while, y'all, because he ain't saying nothing right now. Let's get
Nah,
Yeah,
back.
I
you
ain't
ain't.
get it. I ain't get what he was. He was talking to us like we children.
Yeah, cause I
Exactly.
said, bro.
I ain't like that.
He,
It's all
first of
about
all, you
respect.
Well,
It's
say
all
you
about
say something about
respect.
I'm
the.
71. Some of you are my grandchildren.
Yeah, I'm 51.
Are you
No, you
51?
ain't
I
Yeah, I'm
'I'll
71.
be
51.
44.
respect
So
I'm going
my
on
elders.
I'm
44.
listening to what he's
You
saying, but it don't make no
Come
71.
on
difference because
now.
I ain't saying nothing. He wasn't really saying
At
nothing.
all. He's
Right.
talking in
You
It's
circles.
don't.
like he was just trying to hear himself talk.
Yeah, and then he on some. It seems like he
Val, what's
trying to
going on?
poke and pick at us. We on the same side.
That part. And then and then the whole drink because we were saying that we not from Africa, but then he said we're all from Africa, and I said to myself that right there, all
Nope,
skin folk
nope,
ain't skin
nope.
folk. Hey, as soon as he said that, I said, "Yep." Now, mind you, right? I don't found agents up here on this TikTok. A lot of agents, real
Hey,
rap. But go ahead.
hey,
I ain't
bro.
trying to take over the
Hey,
drink though.
bro.
But
You know
I'm
when
just
they
saying,
see what
he
the
sound like an
whole thing.
agent.
Hey, Joseph, the whole thing they missing is why they trying to pick a place where we from. They say when God created human, he pulled from all four
Interrupt
corners.
you now. Can I talk over
Facts.
you, or do you want to make your
That's
Facts.
point?
true.
All four
I'm gonna
That's
corners.
get you
true.
kicked off
We was
because
on
I'm
all four
talking over
corners of the
you.
earth. You ain't never
Now,
lie.
Okay, so
please
it,
forgive me
you
if you
understand what I'm
think I'm
saying?
trying to talk down to you. I'm not talking
Yeah,
down
you
to you,
talking
but I'm
down, bro.
trying to save you,
You
brother,
talking
from
down.
I'm not talking down to
You
you.
talking down.
And
Soon as I
yo,
No,
said, let me explain something
you
to you.
are
Let me explain something to you,
condescending with your
man to man.
sarcasm. All
Let me
you got
talk
to
to
do is,
you.
if you
Give your
disagree with
ears the
me,
same
hey,
chance you give
little
your
Hey,
boy,
mouth.
if
Jabari,
you
just chill, man.
disagree
You don't
with
have to
me,
be up
all
in
you
the
got to
comment
do
like
is
That
that.
Man,
part.
save
give
your
your ears the same
disagreement
Jabari,
and
chance you
chill,
talk
give your
chill,
crap
mouth.
chill.
about me after I'm done.
Man, we
Look
ain't
at me
gotta
on the
be,
time.
I ain't gotta
Easy
listen
Let
to
like
me
you.
that.
talk.
Why you talking like
Are
that?
you
What
capable
you
of
said
allowing me to
don't
talk for
benefit
60
me.
seconds? Because you
What
said
you
I
said
said
don't
nothing,
benefit
and I
me.
said three things incited. Why are you talking? Is that
I'm
how
talking
black
cause you
people
talking.
talk now? Is
I
that
gave you
how
the
our
flow. We were listening to
you
you.
can't even shut
You
up.
started belittling.
You
I
can't
Right.
said,
even
We
shut
listen,
up.
was.
I
We
You are
was.
called
And
you,
then
old.
bro.
You
and
are
then you
old
start
I
sounding
man,
like
called
and
these
you have
Africans.
lost it.
I called
Okay?
you, bro. When I called
Look
you,
at
bro, you went all the way left.
look. We don't have to argue, brother.
You
Look
understand me?
at
Yeah,
the
we got to
clock.
argue because you're
Allow
not
me 60
understanding.
seconds.
Yeah,
Allow me 60
we don't want to
seconds.
hear that. I don't want to hear that
Allow
shit.
me 60 seconds.
Fuck your 60 seconds, man. I don't want to hear that shit.
You know, and you're the problem with the
You can't change
castrated
nothing for me
today.
in
You
60
are a
seconds,
little
man.
boy in an old man's
A little
body. I'm
boy.
trying to give you
Little
information
boy.
so you can go to the right place.
Bro,
I'm
you
trying to
can't.
Yo,
show you.
he about to get grounded up. I was about to grind him up. I'm sorry.
Little
I
boy.
had to do it
And I
again.
see your frustration, but I was trying to stay quiet, but I was about to grind him up.
Little
I had to
boy.
get
But
rid
he
of him.
is talking down to us like we
Hey,
young
talking
boys.
down. We ain't
That's
did nothing
cool.
to him.
We was giving him that much respect, and we was
Yeah.
listening to him too. I
And you
even
know,
got quiet.
yeah, you know what I'm
He
saying? I
wasn't even
call him
talking
bro.
about
He
shit.
talking about I ain't your bro. Man, that's slang, man. I know you ain't my brother. My mama went and had your goof ass.
That part.
And
Yeah,
he
talking about I
probably
ain't
the
your bro.
same age. You know, he probably 50 himself trying to act like we
Yeah.
so younger than him.
That's why
You
you
know.
feel like that. Because you know what I'm saying? This is how you supposed to look when you 50.
Exactly,
When you
youthful.
30.
Yeah, I'm up
You
there
know what I'm
with you. I'm
saying?
in my 40s, bro. I
Yeah.
don't
I ain't
look.
gonna
I
hold
don't
you,
look
yo.
like 50.
I had this song pepper since I was 27.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you still look youthful. You
It
still
player
look
now.
youthful.
It player.
You already. I ain't gonna hold you. I love this shit. The females girls love it too. Crazy. You know what I mean? I look good with it.
Yeah,
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 straight up, bro.
But
man.
but you was on some real rap shit. We was trying to get him a man the utmost respect, and then he kept disrespecting and talking down to us like we nothing.
Yeah,
And
man.
I
Like,
was
We just
Y'all
like,
ignore
pissed him
people like
man,
off.
that.
that
Ignore
ain't
him.
cool. You know what I
you
mean?
know,
Y'all pissed him off. That's what y'all
I
did.
didn't get offended by him.
then
And then
I
he
nobody,
went
realize
off.
his point.
then
I'm
nobody
just
took
saying,
that point
like,
out the way though.
No,
he wanted
I
us to
know, but
just
he
be quiet like
felt
little
like
children.
nobody
Yeah.
was respecting him.
Because you got to understand something. Anytime a person of his status feel like they know something that you don't know, they try to use that to their advantage. You know what? How about that? I mean, I don't know. We don't know what that mean, bro.
And
That's
you know
true.
that's true. 'Cause he said he wanted to
Yeah,
talk to me, but he was trying to
share
belittle
that with
me.
everybody so they can know. You want to go all the way around the board, man. Just talk.
Right,
Right.
We
right.
all
And
listen.
then hold on. And then I made a joke. I said, yo, he trying to get your number, sweetheart. He felt some type about that. I'm
Oh
like, damn, my
man.
Yep.
man, you ain't black. We bust jokes. This is what we do. You know what I mean? The fuck? That's what it sounded like
Yo,
to me. He was trying to do get a
the
number.
Africans
You know what I
get
mean?
Then what you
He trying to get a
then
number.
what you were
Just say
telling
you
him
trying to
about
get
the
a number.
dogwood. What you were telling him about the dogwood. See, what they don't understand is in order for it to run like it's run, it got to be ran backwards.
Right.
Yeah, if I tell you from Africa, if I tell you the world is round, if I tell you spinning this way, everything is backwards. That's how they throwing us off. That's how they keep us off track because everything is backwards. You know what I'm
Y'all,
saying?
everything comes from Africa. Everything. And then when the people were in Babel and they were trying to make the stairway to heaven, God said, "Hey, I need to divide these people up because He said anything's possible when they work together." So this is when people spread it all over the world.
I mean, I kind of believe that.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
I
true.
don't
It's in
believe
the
that.
well,
Bible.
I just wanted to say a couple more things. Listen, right? Where Jesus
Listen,
was crucified was right there in Asheville, North Carolina. And I looked this up. I've been having this information. This is my fifth account up here on TikTok. They've been guidelining my videos like crazy. But and shutting down my accounts because I'm trying to get everybody to get the real truth out. But it's actually in the Bible. What's that? The Godfather Mountain is actually in the book of. But everybody look up the Godfather Mountain. That's exactly where Jesus got crucified. You ain't gotta
wow.
believe me. Just look it up.
There was one. There's more than one named Jesus, so be careful.
Jesus got Jesus
Be
got
careful. There's more than
That's
one
true.
crucified
Jesus.
Whichever
at
one you
As
want
a
to
matter of
roll with.
fact, when Jesus was around, the Jesus in your Bible, they did not even
We see
have
in our
the J
Bible.
letter yet.
Well, yeah, it is our Bible.
uh,
J letter was not around, so be careful.
Everybody in the Bible is black.
You give
Hold
a
on,
lot of
is it
false
called the
information.
Grandfather Mountain or the Godfather Mountain? The
I
Grandfather.
meant the Grandfather Mountain. My fault. You're right.
All right,
Grandfather
I'm finna
Mountain.
give y'all some
Hold on, hold
game.
on,
Let
hold
me
on. Let
give
me
y'all
grab my
some game.
notes. Cause
Watch this.
listen,
well,
I got so much trapped in here. It's crazy.
All
But
right,
yeah,
I'm finna give y'all
they
some
also
Grandfather
game.
said
Mountain. Right, you're right.
the mountain
Think
would
I can.
fall
Grandfather
because that's
Mountain
where
in the wood. I want to get the
that's
wood that he was
Goliath.
crucified on. I got
That's
the
what I'm
name of
talking about.
Gopher Wood. Wait, I mean,
Crucified
I don't know. Hold
on the
on. My fault.
beneath the
Uh,
skull because Goliath's head is buried under there. And then also the Ark of the Covenant is buried under there. They
oh,
found it, but they can't move it. But they did find blood because when they put Jesus on the cross and crucified him, his blood dripped down into on the Ark of the Covenant.
the dogwood
And
tree.
they found
That's
blood,
what
but
tree.
it's
That's what
still
tree they
living.
made his cross out of. And that's only
Yeah, the
found
tree.
only in North Carolina.
That DNA won't do much though, because they don't got his fingerprints or his body.
But the blood is still alive after all these
They could trace
thousands
it to
of
the
years.
descendants, maybe, but I don't know.
What
The
about the
That was
grandfather
just
tribe?
mountain.
funny.
Did you look it up? Who asked that? Did you look it up? Who was that? The host
What you say?
is the Godfather Mountain. Whenever y'all get time, Godfather Mountain is located in Asheville, North Carolina. That's exactly
Wow.
where Jesus was crucified. And they try to make it
Oh,
look like it happened all the way over there.
Right.
Nah, because
Again,
yeah.
I just
Jesus
joined
did
y'all
not
circle.
exist
Can I get a
when North
word in if you
Carolina
don't
was here.
mind? I ain't trying to cut nobody off. But you gotta understand this. I put something on my TikTok about it. We in the old world. Everything was told us in reverse. You gotta understand how the Masons
No.
play. They teach us in reverse. So I tell a lot of people you gotta start from the Sumerians and then you gotta climb your way up to Christianity because in the 1500s they
Yeah,
took
we
all our
ancient.
books
Right.
and they made the Bible. I'm not saying the Bible's not a good thing, it is read wrong. You got to read it with your spiritual eye and your spiritual mind. That's
Right.
all I'm saying. I just want to say something real fast.
That make a
My
lot
name
of
is
sense.
Mo.
That
That
make a
make a
lot of
lot of
sense.
sense with your third eye, not your single eye, not your physical eye. I got you.
Your
And a
pineal
lot of people
gland
they
ain't gonna
do.
shut us off. They don't
They
shut our
believe.
pineal glands off. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
Declassified them.
Yeah, we have to look at things in the spirit, not in the flesh, in the spirit. You know, like
Right.
when people are arguing, you got to look at the spirit behind the argument. You know,
That's
you
true.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Facts.
where it's
So,
coming
does
from, where that
anybody have the
energy.
spirit of discernment?
Yeah, yeah. I can discern, and that's a part of being mature and intelligent because you know lack of knowledge is why God's people perish, right? So that's up to
Facts.
you to do the studying and to learn. So that when you talk about your own will, you have the will to learn as well. So people perish because they lack knowledge, and it's no excuse for ignorance. And that's why we're up here trying to help each other. We love each other so much. I want to reach out to you. I don't want to see you perish or suffer
Exactly.
because you lack basic information. And I'm not saying you and in singular. I mean everybody.
Well, we understand what you mean, right?
You know what I'm saying? We lack basic
That's why
information.
we.
We all divided. We all, Hebrew, more 12 tribe, Indian, all these different groups, but we all grew up on the same block. Like, come on, bro. Like that's
No,
the
That
that's
was
reality.
a good way to
no,
put it.
bro.
I think the groups are the dividers
Yeah.
because we truly don't know the real titles of everything because history gets rewritten. So I don't even look at the groups. I look at the bloodlines. Because
They
either you coming from the
reclassified us.
bloodline of Inky or you coming from the bloodline of Illil. Because people got to understand the Great Divide. A
Who
lot
is
of people don't
Inky?
understand the Great Divide that happened right here in America with Inky and Enlil's sons. Because Enlil's sons went to Africa. That's what people not teaching.
Right.
We the seed line of Inky, the Black Americans, and then a lot of other people are mixed bloods because you have mankind versus humankind. You gotta understand that, or that you want to spin it off the sun people versus the moon people, or the people who came from the
We already
Caucasus
said
Caves
what up,
was made
y'all?
on the
The
island
sun
Patmos.
people versus the moon people. Listen, y'all. You either come from you either come from Abraham. I mean, I'm sorry. You either come from Isaac, or who was the other one? Hagar's son.
No, no,
Okay.
no, no. He's
I
spitting.
don't agree
Jacob.
with that,
Oh,
The
sister.
you
brother's
talking
Boone.
about
spitting.
that
No, the other
time?
guy's spitting. Yeah,
Jacob.
because even
Jacob and
The
Isaac.
Mayans called themselves the son of the children of the sun. So the brother that was
We
talking
are the
before is
children of the
spitting.
sun.
The children of the sun. What is that biblical? No, it's not in
No,
the
so you gotta
Bible.
Yes,
understand. You gotta
it
read, sister. You gotta read the
predates.
Emerald
It
Tablets.
See, the
You gotta
predates
see where they
reason
came
hold
Christianity.
from.
on, the reason why we can't say children of the sun is because we know the pagans in Rome that burned down the Library of Alexandria and all
Yeah,
the
he's going deep. I
Egyptian
like that.
stuff. We know that they worship the sun deities. They
Right.
worship
Hmm.
paganism and going to church on Sunday and disrespecting the Saturday Sabbath that God told us to keep holy.
Well,
We
who do you worship? Jesus Christ or the Sun God?
But you gotta understand, you
Jesus
got
Christ,
Jesus,
but
you
to
got
If
worship
you
on
consciousness
say the
inside
Sunday
you.
Sun
is
God, I'm
wrong.
a
His father
wrong
said
lie.
worship
I'm gonna let
on
them talk.
Saturday.
I'm gonna let them appointment.
Y'all know
Hold
for
on.
years Daisy
Let
was
me
first, right?
let me ask you a
Does
question. Where
anybody
did
here
y'all get
believe
this
in Jesus?
philosophy about a sun god from? Again,
The
you
Does
were raising
Romans,
anybody
the
here
other
believe in
Romans,
I
Jesus
other
told her
Christ?
read the
races
One
Emerald
before
man.
you
Tablets.
in your
Brother.
that's what
midst.
they
That's our
You
brother.
believe.
gotta
Yeah.
read the
Pagans
Emerald
never
Sumerian
worshipped
tablets.
any
Can
sun
I can I
god.
say can I inject it 1 minute? I want to cut nobody off. But you gotta understand this. What y'all do, I used to be a minister. I studied this stuff. So at the end of the day, you gotta understand these Romans, they've rewritten everything. You was fed Christianity when they came to these lands. I believe in the most high. I believe in God. I believe the story we was getting told, like a brother said, we're getting taught in reverse. So you gotta like step outside the box you was taught. You gotta step into a different mindset and throw everything
Oh,
out and reteach yourself. I gave y'all the secret. You have to teach yourself in reverse. Because when you go to
listen.
theologian school, they teach you about the Sumerians, but they tell you this: don't learn too much. Why they don't want you to learn too much? Because they got to keep your foot on your throat from you learning more. You have to go in
But
reverse. You have
listen,
to start with the Sumerians and go forward, and even go further
but
than that.
but sir,
Our history go back over 200,000 years. Once you do the history and you get out the
sir.
Bible, it's more than the Bible. There's more than the Bible. That's all
Now
I'm
he
saying.
takes
I
it
ain't
out the
knocking the
Bible.
Bible. You have to use the Bible in the end times because that's the Masons playbook. It was written in the 1500s. You got, and all they
Sir,
doing
can
is
I ask you a
pulling from the
question?
Dead Sea Scrolls or
That's
old
starting to bother me
Kemetic
when they
beliefs.
say the white tea people wrote the Bible. That bothers me because everything in the Bible is coming to pass. I'm trying to figure out how did they rewrite
It's a
it.
They
Masonic playbook.
stole
I
it
never
though.
said they
They
ain't had no
stole it.
truth
It
to
was
it,
in
brother.
Hebrew
I
at
never said they
first.
ain't had no truth. It's a
They
Masonic
took
playbook.
Hebrew.
That's what you got to understand.
Matter of fact, I just want to say this one fact because when Russia exposed that Jesus was black, all of these so-called YZ people that rewrote everything or rewrote the Bible, they start burning. Why was that?
Well, I don't know why they
And
reburn
what
things.
about the
I know I never
Ethiopians?
said
Why
the
was they
people
burning?
who the original people of the
The
Bible
truth.
is ancient Semitic teachings that got remade. That's all I'm saying. I'm not.
And
You
if
gotta understand.
and if
Jesus
you're
went to the
African
same
American, you're
schools.
directly
Jesus
Exactly.
went
from
to the same
them.
schools. You gotta understand. He went to the
They was
same
pissed
mystery
off. They
schools.
started burning our Bibles.
Went to the same mystery
Look,
schools.
sir.
I'm not saying the Bible don't have the
No.
truth. I'm not saying that at
Uh-uh.
all. It's coded
Yeah.
highly level. They talk
Yeah.
about your pineal gland in the Bible. They talk about
Yeah.
other fallen gods. People don't even know what the capital lock G's is talking about the creator all. The
Uh-huh.
capital the G with the one capital lock is talking about the gods of the Bible. And the lowercase is talking about me and you because we're gods. That's what they don't know. Because we was made in his image. They told you that in Genesis. And they even show you how they broke down and made the ice walls in Genesis. Genesis is the
Do you believe in Jesus?
I believe in Yeshua.
Bo, do you believe in Jesus?
Yeshua.
That's
I
true, man.
believe in
That's
Yeshua. I
right.
Okay,
gave you his
Yeshua.
name in Hebrew. I know how to read
Same
Hebrew.
name.
Okay.
I
Okay.
read
That's the true
All
chloroform.
Hebrew.
Yeshua
I'm
right.
going
HaMashiach.
right to the knowledge.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right,
not
we
Jesus
going
has
to the
respect
word
that.
count
thousands
stuff.
of names, so
We know that.
I'll take that name.
Jesus mean all
But I want
hell
to ask
Zeus.
you, do you believe in every listen, do you believe in everything the Bible says?
I believe to a degree the Bible is written. It's like you can't take it literal, word for word, and read it like a storybook. You
Yeah.
have to break word by word down to get the understanding because through centuries the words have been translated, and you got to go back to the
I
oldest
get that.
translation to get the truth. There's a lot of studying you have to do to
I
break
get
word by word because once you
but do
start
you
breaking
believe in
words down,
everything the
you'll
Bible says?
understand the principal story
Yeah,
is
that
not
was a
talking
stupid question.
about
She said,
what's
"Do you
going
believe
on.
everything that was said in the Bible?" It's a simple question.
Verbatim,
Yes or no?
not like a storybook. No, I break it by words. I take a word
Let
and I
me
see what
ask
that
you one
word
more
means,
question.
and I go by the
Let me ask
history.
you one more question, then I'll leave you alone. In whose name do you come in?
Who name do I come in? I
In
come
whose
in the
name do
creative
you come
all.
in?
I come in the creative all, the most high, the most high. That's where I come in, the creative all. I am a
So
God
in
myself. I already know I'm a God. I know who I am. I will not.
okay.
I come from the line of
Okay, I
ancients.
want to
I know
say the
exactly who
Bible
I am.
says there's two
I know
ways to
exactly
test
who
the
I am.
spirit.
What happened?
If
You
you
don't
I
believe
ask
in
believe in the
somebody
Holy
who is
Spirit
of
too.
God,
You're
they'll
calling it the
say
Holy Spirit. I
they'll
call it
say, I
Christ
come
like
in the name
conscious.
of Jesus
God
Christ.
is in
The
us.
second one is the second one is if you ask that person, do you believe Jesus died, risen, and ascended up into heaven? And they're supposed to repeat that. Those are the two ways in the Bible that Jesus says you know a
But I
Christian.
think you got too much religion in you, sister. Not knocking you. You gotta step out that
I
religion.
don't
That's
have
the
a
same
religion. I
thing.
have a
That's the
personal
same. No, I'm being
relationship
honest
with
with you.
Jesus.
That's the same thing they got our ancestors with. That
Yeah, you ain't
religion.
gonna
You
not
gotta be
in
more
one day.
spiritual.
Hey, you
Unless you
ain't
want
gonna in
to
one
come
day.
from?
Let everybody have their beliefs, because that's what's wrong. We can't
Right,
tell
it's
nobody
not.
nothing,
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, to
I'm
me, it's
not
not.
telling
You
nobody
don't
what to
Oh
know
believe
yeah,
in,
bad.
brother. I ain't
I'm
like
just
that.
saying.
I'm just
I'm
trying to
just
get our
You ain't
people to
throwing
wake
out
the
bad.
hell up. Our people are asleep in the draconian speech spell by the same archon demons, you want to call them, that is ruling this dimension right now. There's a war coming this way,
I
The
agree
spelling,
a
with that.
the
physical
Our
war
spelling.
people
coming this
are
way.
That's
You
why
have to
we
Everyone
be
is
come
ready,
under a
here.
and you
spell
got
by
to get out
spelling.
this weak
It's
mind
the
of thinking.
spelling.
that's
It's
You
the
right.
got to get out
spelling
this
as
weak
well. It's
mind
the
of thinking.
language. It's the language
You
that's
know,
got
I'm
everyone
not
under a
trying to be
spell.
funny, but I talk with this man, and his name is Us. He's got the spirit of legion, and he was telling me about all these millions of demons are coming. They ain't came yet, but uh,
They here. They
They're
here.
uh,
here. You just
They
Charlotte,
you
going
got to
through
open
the
your
storms
spiritual
Carolina.
eyes, sister. You got to get that pineal gland
That's
together.
right.
They're here. They're here.
That's right.
They already telling you you're going to
Yeah,
see a symptom called demon symptom. They already put
Demon
that out
force.
there for when the veil comes down, you start seeing these people look like demons because their aura.
I already see him.
You know what I'm saying? We're
Right.
here.
I
We got
see him
prepared.
too.
It's a war coming. That's why I'm not telling you to get rid of the Bible. I'm telling you it's
That means
more
your eye is
deeper
not
than
open.
what they
It's
putting
a
it out there.
spiritual war.
Yeah,
It's
that's
warfare
what I
in
said
your.
earlier. It's a
It's in
spiritual
your
war. That's what we
mind.
in.
Facts. I agree with that 100%.
We in spiritual war. That's
But
what's going on right now.
Hold on,
We
hold
literally in a
on.
spiritual war.
I don't,
here's what's
I
going to
don't know.
happen.
I don't know if y'all paying attention to what's going on in the Middle East, but they have all of the missiles that are on the border in the Middle East aiming at Egypt.
But I can't eject
Oh,
in
let
that.
me tell you
I don't
something.
even think they could fire him because the last time they tried to do something with him, they was talking about the Elohim or whoever in these spacecraft because some of that stuff is our technology. On my TikTok, I already gave the government profile on all. I be going in. Y'all need to check my TikTok out.
Some nations
But you
can't
know what I'm
even get
saying?
hit by
But like
missiles.
a lot of this I'm
Well,
They
talking
got
hold
about, I
on,
golden
seen
y'all.
already.
domes.
If you don't believe and you don't believe what I'm
Hold
saying,
on.
just go check me out. I actually go in and I'm giving it back to people. I'm giving people books sometimes. I'm giving people shit that really help them because I can't do this myself. I don't need brothers to stand up.
Then
We
you're
gonna
not
need
awake.
brothers to protect these women from archon demons that's gonna come on here and try to take your soul, to eat your kids.
Oh
This shit is
my
gonna get real.
gosh.
And people still
I
talking about
know.
Bible.
You are
This shit is
so
way
right.
deeper than the Bible.
You are
You
a
are the
defender of
Bible. You're blessed
spirits.
the Bible. You come from the chosen people.
Factual.
Okay, look, y'all. Can I put it all together for you? Okay, let
No,
me
you
put
can
it
put it
together.
together
Give
for
me like
yourself.
5 minutes.
You can't give us our perspective. That's very
Okay.
selfish.
Facts.
All
I
right. I
like
tell
that,
you
brother.
what. You put your fingers in your ear. Shut up and listen, and learn something. Okay. Let me tell you something. Okay.
No,
So
you
I
put your
know.
I'm
fingers in your
saying,
ear.
listen,
Listen, y'all.
I'm
This
done.
is serious. Listen.
Yes,
I
I'm about to go.
apologize, sir. I was not trying to be rude. I apologize. Please, I apologize. Please forgive me. I
That's
apologize.
the word
But
for
let
my
me make
good
my
boss
point.
man.
Listen, y'all. Remember when Jesus was in the graveyard and he was talking to that man that nobody, and that man had the spirit of legion, and he said, Jesus, permit us to go into the pigs. And then the pigs, they ran down the cliff and they killed themselves. So this is where the spirit of suicide came from. So when these pigs fell in the fell off when they ran off the cliff, now these demons, okay, so the spirit of legion, that's 6,000 demons in one person. So when when the pigs ran off the cliff and killed themselves, these 6,000 demons have been living in the ocean. Now when these orbs were coming and they were coming out of the ocean, it's these demons who have been permitted to come out of the ocean. So that's what you're seeing up in the air is these fallen angels. Yeah, I know. Angels don't
It's
look like
deeper
what
than
you
that,
think.
sister. You got a
Hold
perspective
on.
of it because you know
Yeah,
what are the
listen.
oceans then? Can I ask you that? I'm gonna ask you a hypothetical. What are the oceans? Do you know?
What's
Uh,
The
happening?
Dead
Do
Sea,
you
I
know? Do
know,
you
is
know? I'm
one where
asking.
he
I'm
said he
asking
has
anybody on this panel.
yeah, the
What are the
Dead
oceans?
Sea, the Red Sea,
What are the
uh,
oceans? That means
the
I'm
the
Dead
going.
in.
Sea.
What are the body of water
I
above us
don't
and
know the
under us?
name
What
of
are
Body
it.
of
they?
water is not the ocean.
Listen to me.
Open your
Listen to
eyes.
me. Just
I just
let
know
me
the Dead
finish. I'm trying to
Sea.
make a point.
You got demons chained
I'm
under
I'm
it.
trying I'm
I
I'm
I
trying
feel
to
like the
connect
ocean
all
is
this
the sky.
together.
The ocean is the sky.
But look, y'all. Can I finish real
That's
quick?
about to say
Let him
below.
finish, sister. I'm
Okay.
not gonna cut you off.
All
Finish.
angels was up in inside the firmament,
No,
and
they're
they
in the
Thank
didn't
you.
sky.
fall.
Now
They're
he's
in the
getting to it.
ocean,
He's
bro.
getting closer to
If you
If you
go
go
anybody.
deeper
deeper
Anybody
into
into
the
said
ocean,
the ocean is space. The ocean is
exactly,
exactly, the
space.
ocean is
I'm
the
gonna break
sky.
it down real fast and give it to
If you
y'all
go
fast.
deep into the ocean, yeah, you'll go and find another ocean. Do you understand? There's levels inside the ocean. That's why no man has gone to the
Right.
depths of the
Right.
ocean. So
That's
when
right.
what she's talking about isn't a lie, because even when I seen an
Yeah.
orb
I'm gonna
myself,
have
I saw
speak.
it above an ocean.
There are there are other rivers. There are other rivers in the ocean.
There's more than
So
rivers.
yeah.
You gotta understand. We
Yeah,
live on a
it's
endless
levels.
plane, and through levels of dimensions. That will be your levels of galaxies. Your galaxies are dimensions, and then
Okay, I agree with you.
you live on an endless plane. You gotta understand what you in. You have an ice wall that's surrounding here. You have another ice wall
Yeah.
outside of here. You have multiple lands outside of there. You have the land of Taurus. You have multiple
I
Listen,
lands.
agree
And
with
then that's why I'm
that.
telling you, people don't know what's coming your way. The galactic force is cleaning up the other lands. And that's what they
I
talking about. The
do.
6,000 years is
let me ask
up
you another question.
because they're coming this
I do,
way.
sir, and you're right. You
You
are
know what I
one
mean?
hundred percent right
Can I ask you a
about
question?
people do not know what's coming. I know what's coming, okay? Because I'm in touch with the enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Have you
Shit
ever
is
been to
fin.
outer
Excuse
space?
my
They
language,
say
but
they
shit is
say
finna
more
hit the
than
fan, y'all.
they say more than half the lakes, major lakes in the world have shrunk since 1990.
Yeah,
I
Wow.
Of
believe it
course,
because we're going from a different
look at the
cycle.
Euphrates River.
We're going from the moon cycle to the sun cycle. So that means the planet every 12,000 years does a shift. They call
So
Oh,
it
do you think the ice caps
or
and
they
stuff
call it
gonna
a
start like
or they
melting?
call it a
oh,
what's the fucking word they're using right now? They're
I'm gonna
using the
ask
you're
you
talking
this:
word
about
You talking
astrology,
about the
about the
anything ever
pole?
stars.
go
You talking
beyond
about the
40,000
poles
years?
reversing?
You
pole
talking about
reversal,
the
but it's another word. I'm used trying to think of the word they've been using
Yeah,
Polar
lately.
shift?
They've been
they
using
brainwash y'all people.
the firmament?
now it's not your brainwash.
You just
I
gotta
just
pay
asking if you do
attention.
Sir,
if you
have
go
you
through
ever
science and
Yeah.
been
understanding, the Earth
40,000 feet
does
over
shift.
the earth?
Scientists
You
literally
gotta
talk about
understand the
this
Earth's
stuff.
alive.
Have you been 40,000 feet above the earth?
I go, you ain't gonna do is go on my page. I already go in
You
depth
mean
on
the
this.
firmament?
In depth. Well, the firmament is just a guideline that holds us in. That's what Enlil built in Genesis when he's separating the waters. That's the ice water. Like he
Hmm.
separated the waters because he had to keep us in. Because you got to understand, it all happened in the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden is right
Have you
here in
visited the
America.
firmament?
You
Or
Right.
are you
got a
talking
window,
stories?
and it's actually where the lake split. Then
Yeah.
where all the lakes split
Yeah.
at in
Yeah.
America. That's the great,
Yeah.
well, not great, the Great Lakes.
You
That's
talking about
near
the
the Garden of
Mississippi,
Eden.
the
You
real
got to actually
Nile?
understand the Bible's talking about America the whole fucking time.
All right.
The
I
whole
know.
time they're talking about America. You can actually
America's
go through some
Babylon.
of the stuff, the herbs and the wood, all found it here.
Really?
Even I give you another example. When they did the red heifers to bring the Israel to build the temple, where did the red heifers come from? Anybody know?
What? The
You didn't
propaganda
know?
that y'all
It came from
taught?
America.
Texas.
I don't read that.
Came right from Texas.
I visited, go and
You
visit
know what I'm saying? So,
the
like, I'm
Dogon
trying to get
tribes.
people to see, like, you're trapped
Yeah, the
in.
Dogon
A,
tribe. Yeah. He wants to say
I ain't
about the
trying to cut
Dogon
nobody
tribe.
off from speaking either.
Now,
But
what
I
you
know my
say?
ass can talk.
What'd you say about the Dogon
Hold
tribe?
on 1 second. I got another guest. I ain't even heard nothing from Eugene Deal. Did you talk yet?
No,
No, I haven't, man.
Yeah,
I
go
just been
ahead, man.
listening.
Let us know what the word
I
is,
ain't trying to
man.
drown nobody out. I got the gift of gab.
You got the flow right quick, man. Let me hear something from Eugene Deal. Let me get your perspective, man.
I understand what y'all saying, but I don't know. I think my perspective is totally different
Tap in,
because
brother.
Spit it
I
out.
don't see. I can't. I can't. I don't know. I guess I have an old soul because I'm lost with the religion thing because for
Me too.
my studies, through my studies, I found out
What you
that
studying
we
for,
didn't
brother?
have that we didn't have religion. I study all the ancient things. Everything I study is written in stone.
Me
I
too.
don't do
Yeah.
I'm on
nothing on
that. I'm more
paper.
on the Sumerian side of
I
it.
don't do
Relationship.
nothing on paper because everything on paper they can change. What's written in
Facts,
stone is
facts,
in stone.
facts,
So from my understanding, we didn't have a religion, we had a way of life. Our way
facts,
of life was
We
unconditional
still
love
do.
for each other.
facts.
You
Amen.
know, and if you're a father, you don't want your children's worship. You don't want your children's praise. You need your children's love. Because through
Facts.
their unconditional love, they're going to do right, be right, live right, teach each other right, and appreciate everything that
Exactly.
the Father has given us.
That's
So I
agape
base
love.
everything off of unconditional love. That's where my world lies. You know, love conquers everything as far as I can see.
The
You know,
highest vibration.
there's nothing more powerful that he gave us. You know, everything else, I mean, I look at it like this: jealousy, envy, hate, greed, all of those are just constructs. You were taught them. You came here knowing the love of your parents, that's it. Everything else you were taught. If you were taught that, you can
Correct.
unlearn that. So that's not really necessary in your life. All of those things that they call emotions, which is just constructs that somebody put in your life. They gave you that. But
I'm
if it's
listening to
not
you,
real,
brother.
why
I
is it?
just want you to
Why do
explain
people
this.
use it?
I want you to explain this. Why is literally everything is written? inside the scriptures, inside of the Bible, all through the Bible is coming true. Explain that.
Yo,
What?
I'm not
Can I
saying
tap on that real fast too, brother? Like what?
that the book is wrong. I'm not saying that a lot of the things that was done over the eons was, it's a circle. Life is a circle, dude. Everything is a circle.
Mm.
So
Just
there's an order. There's an order.
yes, there
Yes,
is an
that's
order.
This was
Just
already
like
planned.
everything vibrates, it's the same thing. It's an order to nature. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree with that. I give it that. I give it that.
It's it has to be. Else we couldn't be what we are. It's order. It's order to us. I mean, look at how we're built. Just to
sir.
look
Are
at the
you a
human
Christian?
body itself. Oh
I
no,
mean,
I am
well,
who I am.
well,
I
can I
don't I
ask you
don't
to
believe
jet?
in religion.
He wanted a solid question. I mean,
He
Joseph,
So what
right?
said,
is
"I am
You want a
who I
question,
am."
Joseph, on that? All I gotta tell Joseph, have you ever read the Emerald Tablets? Or though
no,
ancient Semitic?
I
You need
haven't.
to, because you'll see where the Bible is coming from. It's
You sure
parables in
will.
there that sounds just like the Bible. And this was wrote in almost over
You
20,000
would
years ago before a Bible was even
no.
thought of.
It
That's
was
that's what
wrote
I'm
in
trying
two
to get
hundred and
people to
fifty
see.
thousand
This
years
is
ago.
it's written in clear form. If you
No,
want to
it's
learn clear
not.
form, I got the alphabet for you.
It's cure
It's
form
almost half a
tablets.
million years old.
I
Yes,
get where y'all
it's
coming
two
Yeah,
from
but
hundred fifty
bro,
because
thousand
the
years
thing
old.
is, yeah,
And
that.
see,
the thing about
bro,
Listen.
the
I
thing
get where
about
y'all
the
coming from
tablet,
because the ancient,
the thing about the
when we are
tablet is,
ancient, and ancient tablets came from our ancestors before our ancestors. Well, I get it. You
Yeah,
know what
yes,
I
that's the
mean?
truth.
and
That's the
A
royal
lot of
truth.
ancient, we are ancient. I get it. But over
yes,
the
we are.
times, when before Jesus came, and when he came,
Yeshua, you
we
mean?
evolved.
I had to
Yo,
correct you. I don't mean to correct you, brother, but
can
try to use
can I
the
ask one
Hebrew.
We
question?
are
In the
the
Hebrew, it's
Egyptians.
Yeshua.
We
Have
are the Hebrews. We are the Indians.
did,
We are everything.
Y'all using Roman words when y'all say Jesus. Jesus mean all hell
Well, let
Zeus,
him ask.
all
but
hell Satan.
He want
That
to ask
goes
the
back to the
question.
rings
wait,
of
hold on.
Saturn. That goes back to Enlil.
Does
So
does
I don't
any
use the word Jesus.
does any
That's the J wasn't invented to the 15th century. You gotta use Yeshua if
does
you're gonna
any
speak his name.
does
I'm
anyone
just saying,
know the
you gotta be hearing
definition?
people say
Does
Jesus, Jesus,
anyone
Jesus. They
does
I
be
know
anyone
because
disrespecting
saying
does
that
Yeshua.
Jay
anyone know the definition
wasn't.
of the Elohim,
I get
That's
that
like
part.
me. My name's Bo. That's like me
bro?
calling me Mary.
Bro,
That's all I'm saying.
But
I
does
know
Jesus
anyone
about
has
know the
I know
Jesus
about
definition
has
of
him.
the
no
I
Elohim?
know other people call him
nobody should
Yeshua.
know
That's his name in
It
Elohim.
Hebrew.
doesn't matter. It
I
doesn't
get
matter.
it.
You
That's
know
like me
why he
saying
made a good
period.
point?
Come on.
Let me break
That's
this
like
down.
saying period.
Hold on, Bo. Hey, Bo, hold on. I'm finna rock with you. This how I know you telling the truth. So the letter J was invented in what year again?
The
I know.
15th century.
The 15th century.
I
So
didn't do
15th
Jesus,
or
traditional
16th
names.
century. Don't mark me on that. It's either
okay,
15th or 16th century. I know that for sure.
okay,
Oh
but
man,
Jesus was before then, thousands of years, right?
No, Zeus was before then.
I mean Yahshua. Let's say Yahshua. Yahshua was before
No,
then, right?
Yeshua. Yeshua was
Yahshua.
before then, yes.
Okay, so why would they change his name to Jesus? Just say if my
Because
name
they
was
learned about the whole shit. I told you what they do is they teach you in reverse and they give you a little bit of, but they hide the whole. They teach you how to use your pineal gland in the Bible, but no pastor won't teach you that. They
right.
teach you. You think about 33 of Jesus' name. That's the 33 vertebrae in your back, for you can get guide-like conscious when you let a particular fluid go up your spinal cord and sits on your pineal gland. It connects you to the Kashi records. They've been.
my
I'm
goodness.
mad at these pastors because they don't give you all of it. They don't give you all of
Honey,
it. They give you a
you
little, like a
really,
little bit, just to wet your
Yo,
you
mouth.
Bo,
You
really
still
do
be asking
things
for
in the
more.
Bo,
spirit.
what do you think the Elohim
I like
means then?
that.
Bo, what does the
The
Elohim
God
mean
who
to
is
you?
in
Well, I
control.
will agree on the 33
God who is
vertebrae
in
of your
control of
chakras
everything.
because
What
they
do you
do play
mean?
with our chakras every
God
day.
who is in
I will agree
control of
on that.
everything.
They play with our chakras
Bo,
every day.
Jehovah
I'm
Elohim.
in I was
yeah,
brought back
yeah,
to this planet to get ready for this war
yeah. What
and give
does the
all the knowledge
Elohim
out. I don't give
mean?
a fuck about money. I got
You
a
know
beautiful
what,
woman, but
bro?
I don't
Yeah,
give
me
a
and you
fuck about
both. I
women.
ain't gonna hold you.
I'm
You
here
Me
for
and
a
really,
spiritual
reason.
realm. I
Hey
don't
yo,
even care
you
about
really,
money, clothes.
really
hey
do
I
see
yo,
could
the
dress
things
my
in the
ass off. I
spirit, though.
stopped dressing. I stopped, and I got money, but I don't even care about it. I got
There's this
material
shift,
stuff. I
hey,
bro.
don't care about it.
what does
I'm
the
It's
glad
the thing
because
Elohim?
there's
about
a
the Great
shift.
What
And a
does
lot
the
Awakening.
of people ain't gonna
Elohim?
Once
make
you
the
really
shift.
wake all the way up, you don't care about none of this stuff here.
I
What does
care
the
about
I
getting my
Elohim?
mean,
sunlight, letting them
Hold
I
getting
don't care
on.
about my
my
kids. That's
body
about
for
it.
my DNA could change. Cause they even teach you that the sun's letting off radiation
That's changing people DNA if they got the nine ether gen. I mean DEA. I'm sorry, because
I
the
was
six
about to
ether
say.
beings got DEA. We got DEA. So like,
Okay,
you know
Bo.
what I mean? They ain't
I'm
been
with
teaching us
you.
a lot. They make us
I'm
go
with
to
you.
these schools since
But
You got a good
1920,
you got a good school for
re-educating
the
us
eye.
sun
to
is
take
to
off with
activate
Yo,
our
oh,
blood
yo,
too.
Bo, chill,
huh.
chill. Yo, does
They trying to
anyone
stop our
know
blood
the
from
definition
activating.
of the Elohim?
I'm glad you came back.
The Elohim. Who talking about the
Yeah,
Elohim?
yeah,
You
I'm
are the
talking about.
Elohim.
Elohim. You are the
Jehovah
Elohim.
Elohim, the God who
Nah,
is
You
in
you
are the
got it
control of
Elohim.
twisted.
everything
You got
for
it
the
twisted.
millionth time.
Why
Jehovah
do you say that I
Elohim,
am
the
the
God
why
who is in
Hold on.
control.
why
Did
do you
y'all
Now
hear
I'm
what
only
the
say
joking with
governments
that. You are a god. That's what I'm messing with.
governments are looking for
nah
another David?
For
wait
greater
wait
power there.
Jehovah Elohim means the God who
Did
is
you
in
hear about
control
that?
what
of
is
What
that how
happened,
you
everything.
brother?
feel?
It's
Is
that
that how you
simple.
feel? Is that how you feel?
But I'm
I
gonna
didn't
catch
hear
y'all
you.
another time. I gotta go to work in the
The
morning.
the
I still gotta
Elohim
get this
is a
third dimensional
collective.
money. But
Nah, nah.
I'm gonna try to remember this, brother. I added you, so next time y'all have one of these, I'll be more welcome to join it. Everybody have a blessed
I
night, and
appreciate
it's
you,
good to see
Bo.
people
I
can talk
appreciate you, bro.
You
without
I'll
too.
fighting.
send you
It
a
was nice to
link
meet you.
if
Send me
I
a
go
link,
live.
brother. I join anytime.
All right, I appreciate
All right, bro.
All
Be
right,
soon.
smile at you.
you. All right.
Sir, why did you say I am who I am?
I got Eddie, bro.
Why? Because that's who I am. I just am. I see you. You got to understand. I'm not. I'm the type that only needs what he needs. I'm the type
I know who you are.
that
I know
okay
who
That's
you
very
are.
because
white cousin. Sorry, let me stop.
No.
It sounds like you trying to. Yeah, I am who I am.
now that's
It's
just.
funny. I'm sorry.
I'm
Like
61
fuck
years
this
old,
stuff
dude. That's
104.
just
It's just how niggas
the
talking.
bass of my voice. As
I
I got
got
older,
peace
my
too.
What
voice
Religious.
what
changed.
what what do those symbols mean?
Excuse me, youngling. That means I
What
am.
do the symbols mean?
It means I am.
And that means I
This
am in what, Hebrew?
in ancient Hebrew.
That's what I'm asking.
So what's your
Yes,
Is that simple?
what is your real
yes, that's what that
Tell me you
symbol
got for your
means.
profile. Okay.
Yes,
That's what it means,
just
sweetheart.
one.
It just means I am.
Yes,
I don't
it means I am.
Okay.
how long have you been here?
I've been here 22,281 days. In other words, I'm 61 years old.
Hmm.
But how long has the thing inside of you been here?
Mm.
Since birth, I was born with a
Come
bell.
on. You know who I'm talking to. That's
Yeah,
who
I know
I'm
who you're
talking
talking
about.
to.
Oh.
I'm talking about what's inside of you, not you.
He's he's been with me all my life. He's my
But
guide.
how long has he been here?
I have a real old soul, young lady. I've been here
I
many
know.
times.
I think you have a ancient. I'm trying to figure out. I know it's very old.
Yes, I do have an old soul.
Don't you want to get rid
That's
of it?
why. Oh no. It's how can I get it? How can I get rid of a part of
He
me?
said, oh no. Yeah.
How could I get rid of a part of me?
It's not
I
part of
accept
you.
and enjoy. Yes, it is. The Father gave
You
it to me.
accepted it.
It's a part of me. If He gave it to me, it's
What?
a part of me.
What's the father's
Everything that
name?
He, I wouldn't speak His name even if I
Hmm.
knew it. I'm not worthy
I
of that.
command you. I command you
Yo,
in the
you
name
know
of
what I just
Jesus.
thought about though? When you just
Wait,
said that, I thought about
what
what's
is
her
going
name?
on in this man?
Sonya Massey, right? Sonya Massey seen that demon inside of that guy. She seen it because we starting to see him. And she said, I
Yeah.
rebuke you in the name of Jesus, right? And then remember that cop said, no, you don't. And he just aired her out. Y'all
Did
remember
you
that?
not?
Did y'all see that
That
footage?
woman. That woman did not have her faith up. Listen, y'all. Do y'all not hear this man? He is saying, "I am that I am." He is a demon.
Listen, I don't.
No,
I was.
nah.
That's why I
I
went like
told
this
you,
when you
my
started
whole
saying that.
world, my whole
I ain't
world is
say
based
nothing.
on
Listen.
unconditional
I ain't
love.
say nothing.
I don't know what you're talking about, young lady, but I ain't never hurt nothing on nobody in my life. I've never been to jail. I've never even had handcuffs on. I don't
I've been
curse.
to
I
jail.
don't drink.
What does that mean?
I respect and love everything that the Father has blessed me with. He's
What
blessed me with
father?
14 kids and
Because you
22
ain't been to jail or
grandkids.
something. I don't get that.
The
What is the
Father.
father's name?
I just say I'm glorifying
I
that.
told you I'm not worthy of his name. Y'all think y'all know him, but y'all don't know him. All y'all know is his book, is the books that's been written. Y'all don't know love. You don't know him because if you did
You
know him,
don't
you
know
wouldn't
love.
worship him. You would love him.
Okay, well, let
You
me
would
ask
love
you
him.
this. In whose name do
Love
you
who?
come in?
Whose name do I come
In
in?
whose
I don't
name do you
understand what
come
you're
in?
saying.
Yes.
I told you I don't worship. I'm
Okay, let
sorry
me ask you this. Let me
because he
ask you
doesn't
this.
want my
Do you
worship. I don't
believe
want my
Jesus
kids
Christ
worshiping
died,
me.
risen, and
I need
ascended
my
up
kids to
into
love
heaven?
me.
Okay.
You ever hear of a
Remember
young
what I
man named
told y'all
Simon
about
Tuku?
testing the spirit?
Have you ever heard of a young man named Simon Tuku?
No.
Okay, look him up. And then talk to me about the one you call Jesus.
Hold on. Did you just bring up that dude from Africa that got
Yes.
chopped up and they threw his piece? They threw his body everywhere
Yes.
and he came back together.
Yes.
Sometimes I wonder about him.
The blood of Jesus Christ over myself.
I
The
don't
Lord
know.
says, for no weapons
Yo,
formed
but
against
if
me
you
will
The
prosper.
devil know how to play tricks on
what
us
was the
too.
last thing? What was the last thing he said before he left?
I'm just saying, the devil know how to play tricks on us too.
No.
Well,
Yes,
we
he
talking
do.
to one.
But he can't do nothing that without permission. Even he needs permission to do what he wants to do.
We know that.
Damn, I was
Yes.
just finna remove you. They removed you.
So everything that happens is through the Father. Nothing happens without his word.
Sir, you're
Joseph.
not fooling anybody.
I'm not trying to fool nobody. I
And
know
you
it's going
ain't
to be
fooling
people
me
that
either.
hate me, boo. It's always people that hate me
I don't hate you.
because of who I
I
am
just
and
know
what
you're
I
a
am.
demonic spirit.
Because oh,
I,
I
I
could
can
say the
hear
same
it.
about you. I could say the same about you, but I wouldn't because that would be a
I
form
believe
of
Jesus Christ died,
disrespect.
risen, and ascended up into heaven.
Yeah, well, that's
I
your
come in the
belief.
name of Jesus Christ.
That's your
You
belief.
cannot say that
That is your belief,
because I
young
know
lady. You
I know
you
it's the
can't call
demon
me out
talking.
because of what I believe, because I can call you out for what you believe too. You think I didn't study that book before? That was a part of
I
my
plead the
life at
blood
one
of
point
Jesus
in time.
Christ over myself. I plead the blood of Jesus Christ over everyone that was on this live. Lord,
Even the
I
cannons
just
that was
release
taken
warring
out.
angels to watch over everyone that was in this live in the
Jesus was in
name of Jesus
America.
Christ. And let no weapons formed against anybody who was in this live. In Jesus' name, amen. And I command you to go into the abyss in Jesus' name and never bother us again. You laugh, sir, but I can
Yeah, I
see
laugh at you. I laugh at
you.
you because you don't know me, young lady. You have no idea who or what I am.
Oh, I have an
None
idea what you
whatsoever.
are.
None whatsoever. Why? Because I
Goodbye.
know things that you don't. That was sad. But to each his own.
That that was
I
crazy.
know who I am and had many hearts touch minds.
But you know, wait, hold on, where did she go? Because I was saying, if he was a demon, wouldn't he flee by now? Or where did everyone go?
I don't know where the young lady went.
Yeah,
I
she
feel no
gone because
hostility
she
toward her.
religious.
Before, I feel no hostility toward that dude. That doesn't bother me. I can't. The last thing I would let was something like that bother me in any way, shape, or form because I know me. I
Right.
know who I am. I know my relationship with the Father.
Exactly, bro. I'm
and
not
it's on
gonna
point.
tell nobody what they experience. We all have supernatural
Yes,
experiences out of body.
we're
I'm not
non-ether
gonna
beings,
tell you
man.
what you
We
can see
different.
and I can't see. You feel me?
Yeah, yes. I never knock anybody's group because everybody goes through a different experience in life. Me and you could see the same thing and still tell two different stories. It's all due to perspective. So how could I say somebody else's perspective is wrong over mine?
But I can't like I feel like this is all just
Yeah,
an
I don't know what
I
happened.
feel
Have you
like this
seen
is
that, the
all just an
host?
Yeah,
experiment.
yeah. Joseph, they sent me a message said you was displaying something that can get the video taken down. So they had booted you,
Just
but just
playing something?
I don't know what they talking about. For real. I guess sometimes they be shadow banning and censoring my channel. They just trying to use any excuse to restrict
Oh,
me.
okay, okay. Gotcha. I got you. No, I mean, I was smoking a cigarette, but you couldn't see it.
Oh,
But
that's what it
I
was.
think,
They probably thought you was smoking a blunt. Yep. I
oh,
get
okay.
it.
No, but mind you, right? This is my fifth channel. This is my fifth channel. Listen, as soon as I try to start a live, right? It'll be 200 people flow in, right? And as soon as I start talking, they just put a message below my joint that say, "Oh, your live access is about to, or your live is about to get shut down because of violation." I'm saying to myself, I ain't even start talking.
Yeah, that's what they just sent me. So it's you be saying something that then got them on your tail. Something
No,
you must be important.
TikTok know who I am.
Yeah,
They know who I am. I've been doing this for too long. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get your joint shut down. I'm just saying. Any little thing I do, they trying to see if they can, you know what I'm saying, take down my channel.
yeah,
That's the whole point.
yeah. They
But
just suspended my joint earlier. I appealed and won. I ain't even said nothing, man. And they just, it is what
yeah,
it is. They don't want us coming
it's
together on
crazy.
these type of topics anyway.
Because they look at our videos first. They look at your videos and see what you're talking about. And then they analyze it. Like they go through my videos. Like two of my videos got guideline yesterday.
Right,
Because I was actually telling the truth. The truth is the new hate. That's the whole point.
right.
Ain't that the truth?
They used to call it conspiracy theorists. Now
Right.
it's
That
called
part.
woke and conscious. So they need worker people out here working jobs, bro. They don't need everybody smart and So that's the problem, and that's why I be telling people we gotta do this on our own time. Let's stop being all in these people faces, telling them every move we gonna make. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Because this ain't for the mainstream. They trying to make money, and we trying to get our stuffs back. So
Right, right.
we got to
That's
be a
true.
little more careful.
That's true. That's true. Yo, you know what's crazy? Because I made two videos, right, of their agents. There's two agents that I exposed, right? You know, they took down both of them videos. So that's how I know that some people is really up here on this drink getting paid
Exactly. Yeah, they got so many,
with TikTok.
Asian trolls. All that is real, especially that country that's over there bombing them children. We ain't gonna say the name. We can't say them the small
Right,
hat.
right. I know.
Those people got a whole troll office dedicated to trolling us. You see what I'm
For real?
saying? I'm dead serious. They got a whole troll office. Everything we do, they is sending these
Right,
agents to disrupt us, man.
right. And to be honest with you, in my opinion, it's only my opinion. These African joints is you know is to disrupt the chosen ones up here on TikTok. Yeah, you ain't been peeping it.
Yes.
Everybody, like when you scroll through TikTok, only thing you hear is them talking about us, and it's weird. Not even to say weird, but this was already written in the Book of Revelations. You know what I mean? And this is going to happen. You know, and it's really happening in real time.
No, but I
Revelations
feel
is
like
playing out
you
all
know
over
what
the world.
I feel like that's the wrong way to look at it. I think there's a mass BLK awakening, and everyone's just trying to find the root.
Mm,
You see, on this side, they're trying to really understand because you see, over in Africa, they've been lied to a lot. Do you get what I mean as well? Their history, because think about it, if all of the history's been tainted on a biblical historic level, talk less of.
which it
It does.
has. It
It
has
doesn't make
killed.
sense to me how they don't know their history, but they live on the land. So something happened to wipe their history. They haven't been taught. So there's a couple of generations that got, like, let's say, whitewashed or
Same
dewashed.
same thing that happened here.
Yeah, this is what I'm
Right.
saying. So where you're
No,
Same
saying
thing that
like,
happened here.
but
I
they
just
done
want to
it.
say
Like,
this though,
think
because
about it. Deep it,
it's some
deep it.
Africans.
Hold on. Deep the game plan, right? So they've divided us up. They've sent us to all four corners of the world. They've all fed us all a different part of history. Now we all seem like each other's enemy because we're all coming at each other from different angles. But they set it
No,
up
but the
like that in the
governments know
first
the real
place.
history.
But
That's why I want to stop you at. The governments, all of these governments know the real history. They know
yeah,
it.
Exactly.
Even over
bro,
in
it's not
Africa,
the
they
governments.
know
The
it.
governments are one. I'm talking about
Why
the
do you think
people.
they're afraid of us?
In
Right, that part.
particular.
Why
And
why
They actually
why do you
scared of us.
why
They
why
actually
do you
scared
think
of the
they're
chosen ones. They
we are
scared
their
of us.
worst nightmare? Yeah.
They scared of us over here. Matter of fact, what's his name? I'm gonna say T Rump. T Rump. You ain't hear him say that they looking for the blood of David. Why are they hunting down trying to find the blood of David first?
hey, they restricting my live, bro. And this man ain't even showing nothing, bro. But I'm gonna shut it down in a little while. This crazy, bro. It gave me two
All right,
restrict.
matter of fact, I'm just gonna come back. That's crazy.
That's
As I said,
crazy.
and I ain't even say his whole name, but I already know. I see what they trying to do. But I ain't gonna get your joint shut down. You know what I mean? That ain't what I do. I'm just gonna keep going. But I'm gonna catch you in the next one. All right?
All right, I
Yeah,
appreciate
Yeah,
it,
I'm
bro.
about to
I'm
make
gonna
a
follow
video
you too,
anyway.
man, so I can catch you on the next one too.
I'm about to make a video. So
I appreciate y'all, but I'm gonna shut it down for they suspended. But I want to say this to you, quiz me. I want to show you now, but they just restricted the live, bro. I'm gonna show you the ancient writing. You can quiz me if you really want to see it. DM me and I'll go back live. Just DM me because I want you to be present in that live. Quiz me, but
Okay,
I gotta
I'm
end this
following you
video.
now, so
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you back too, Eugene.
okay, no doubt.
I appreciate it.